Be honest, we can't keep an eye on everything. Unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Yes, it is Bart and Carlin. Good morning, Bartholomew. Good morning, Bartholomew. Is the caller there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can.
Yeah, no, I was trying to set up my the screen so we can see each other, and it was on my phone. I'm like battling, figuring out the height and all that stuff, and my whole phone and stuff just fell on the floor.
It happens, dude. You should have seen me yesterday in the hotel room just trying not to knock 10 things over at once. I got a little tiny desk that moves around, and it's a complete disaster. I got to make sure the light's right. Desk is shaking as we're trying to get the video going. It's just the whole there are times where my life is lived as if I am Chris Farley in Tommy Boy, where they're on the plane and he goes into the airplane bathroom to change. And he's just, everything is hitting him. He can't get his pants on. Like, it's a whole thing. Like, that is sometimes what living my life is like.
And people don't understand, like, the things we go through when we're on remote or where we go in certain places. You're worrying about, like, signals, firewalls, all kind of craziness and stuff like that, trying to get through stuff. The things we do to bring you guys entertainment.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And you should
be so thankful that we are inconveniencing ourselves to do this for you.
you think we have all these like high end stuff? It be guys bad. I'm sitting here trying to find books to get the right height. You know what I'm saying? to figure out my camera angle. But then I'm sitting here and I got the I'm over at the Jets facility and shooting the show and I'm trying to figure out, like, they have I left my iPad, so they gave me an iPad, but then they got the thing on it, but they haven't dusted off and charged it, so they're like, okay, just do this part with your phone first, then go over to that. I'm like, man, what up, buddy? Well, we can always blame it on the fact that we were watching the World Series to 13 o'clock.
Yeah, I can't do that in good conscience. I'm not going to sit here and lie and tell you I stayed up all night to watch that.
You didn't stay for Ohtani?
I did not stay. I will admit that when I got home and I was just exhausted for whatever reason last night, that I was probably asleep by 11:30. So I watched the rest of it this morning, and it was obviously just ridiculous, the show that this guy continues to put on. And I found myself watching this, and I could only think back to, like, the Yankees in their heyday and their run and some of the magical stuff that would happen. And, look, this is before your time, so I'm not necessarily going to expect you to be able to have the full perspective on it. But 2001. They're playing the Diamondbacks in a World Series. There is obviously a whole lot of emotion around that because that's the 9/11 World Series. And they have 2 games at home that go extra innings, and Scott Brocious hits a home run that is a massive home run. Derek Jeter hits a game-winning home run in that series late in these innings. Like, just so much drama with, a guy like Jeter who has all that cachet about him. And then you see this player. Yeah. This guy is like nothing we have ever seen in our lives. It is amazing. I want to get to the hatred aspect of the Dodgers in a little bit.
Yeah.
But let's just you and I do something a little bit different. Let's talk about some greatness.
Yes.
Let's talk about a guy the likes of which we are so fortunate to watch and say we were in the day and age where we experienced the prime of Shohei Ohtani doing things that nobody in the game has ever done before. And he's going to do all that yesterday, Bart, and he's going to go out today and pitch game 4.
See, I didn't watch all the guys. I thought maybe he was going to go back in and pitch. Like, y'all need me, I'll go in. I mean, you talk about 18 innings, that's 2 games.
Yeah.
Did they on the people on the way out, did they charge him a double?
No, I did see they had what looked like in like the 14th or 15th inning in the Dodger dugout, like a charcuterie board.
Yeah. Guys got hungry. Like, man, I'm usually ready for my after meal.
I'll need some melon. Where is the prosciutto?
Oh, man. Like, hey, man, ain't nobody got no olive-covered almonds? What the hell are we talking about?
No, but please talk to me about this from the athlete's perspective. When you get to that level, you have a level of greatness to begin with. When you get to the level that you did in the NFL, there is a level of greatness that you possessed that you were able to maximize as well with your efforts to get there, considering it was not, you came from undrafted free agent to get to where you got to.
Right.
This is a whole nother level. Like, I can't think of an athlete in another sport who is able to do this.
I mean, we've never seen somebody live up to these type of expectations. And what a shame it was to waste him in Los Angeles, with the Angels for so long. And this is what we expected or hoped that we would see from Mike Trout. Like, go to a place where we can see your greatness at the time when we needed your greatness the most. And Mike Trout decided to play what was safe. Ohtani doesn't have that gene. Right, you talk about back in Asia. I can remember when they were talking about Kobe, and they were talking about how over in Asia the only thing they respect is championships. And so, like, Shohei was playing well with the Angels, but he wasn't getting any championships. And him going to the Dodgers has put him on a whole nother level because we see him in pressure situations, and we're going to see him pitch in the World Series and hitting the World Series. If he'd have stayed with the Angels, he would have never ever got the opportunity to even be able to display on a grand stage what he's capable of, right? And like if Mookie Betts called these guys the Bulls, then he's got to play the role of Jeffrey Jordan, if anybody's playing Jordan.
Bart, I can't believe I'm going to say this. This is better than whatever Jordan did.
Ooh.
Right now,
Ooh.
This is better than whatever Jordan did in any individual series. When you do what he did last round, with 6 shutout innings, striking out 10, and hitting 3 home runs. And then yesterday, you go 4 for 4, and they're walking you the 9 other times that you're up. Like, how is this not better? I've never seen this before in my life, and I don't believe I'm ever going to see this again.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be, people think, oh, well, just – we'll start letting guys – because who was that? DeGrom? DeGrom was a pitcher, but he really was a hitter first before he switched over to pitching.
Yeah, he was a shortstop way back in the day.
Yeah,
in I think in the early minor leagues.
But he wasn't hitting like this. This dude is leading the league in home runs and then pitching.
No, there's never been – there have been good hitting pitchers. There's never been this guy. Yeah. Like, listen, I can't speak to what Ruth was like as a pitcher. Obviously, you go back and you look, but if we're going to be truthful about it, was it against this level of athlete too?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. He's going against guys that was working at the steel mill.
Like J.J. Redick would say. He's going against milkmen and firemen. Now, I don't know about that, but I do know that it's so nice as a sports fan and as somebody that admittedly gets so caught up in the negative of things to just sit back and marvel at what that was. And then on the flip side, I feel like one of the most underappreciated players in the game in the last 15 years has been Freddie Freeman. I have always loved him as a player. When he was a free agent with the Braves, the Yankees, like this guy would have been
talk about clutch.
At clutch. He would have been an amazing Yankee. You talk about great personality.
Yeah.
You talk about all of it. And let's remember, like, Freddie Freeman didn't even really want to be a Dodger. Like, when that happened, he had the offer from the Braves, and he felt like it wasn't anywhere near a good enough offer, and in some ways ended up settling for an offer that was less from the Dodgers after you factor in taxes and all that stuff and deferrals. But this is now the second game-winning home run that Freddie Freeman has hit in a World Series.
Yeah, I mean, last year, they don't win that World Series if Freddie Freeman don't have the heroics that he's had.
No.
Like, Freddie Freeman was on fire last year. As much as we talk about Shohei, Freddie Freeman was the straw that stirred the cup.
Yeah. I'll tell you the other thing that I always enjoy about postseasons especially. When guys are pushed. When guys are pushed to do things that they haven't done before just out of pure necessity. Now, things that come to mind, okay? Again, I'll go to 01 because it's a very memorable moment, but Randy Johnson comes into relief in a Game 7 a day after he pitched a brilliant Game 6 and had to shut the door on the Yankees. Curt Schilling did the same thing and actually gave up a home run to Alfonso Soriano. I watched last night, and I always root for the unlikely heroes in these kind of situations. The guys who, when they were growing up, were begging to be in these kind of situations. We're practicing it in their backyards of, coming up with the big strikeout or the huge hit in the wrong situation. And I look at like somebody like Lauer last night for the Dodgers, who had not thrown more than 36 pitches, and he's out there throwing 70-some pitches and comes up with a massive strikeout. Or not Lauer, but Klein, rather. Comes up with a massive strikeout on Hyman at the end of the 18th inning. And that you don't know what's left in that guy's tank. Yeah. And he throws a curveball that just absolutely blows him away. It was, Bart, it's just the things like that. And again, I didn't even stay up. I watched most of it this morning. Just watching it gives you chills.
I wonder, like, what happens to this bullpen, like, going forward? Like, who the damage that was done. That's why you feel so bad for the team that lost. Because you talk about emptying the tank.
It's funny.
It's a pivotal Game 3. Game 3 is pivotal. To go up 1, it's always a pivotal game. I know it can come back and flatten out today, but, man, what do you have today emotionally spent?
Well,
when is the next game?
Tonight.
Oh, yeah. And they need to postpone that, man.
You basically have 17 hours in between games. That's pretty much it. And if I'm them, if I'm all of a sudden I'm the Dodgers, guess who's pitching? Ohtani. Yeah. Ohtani's pitching tonight. The guy who went out there and did everything that he did last night now has to be the guy to go out there and save me again tonight because my bullpen is completely shot to hell.
Yeah, if he does that, man, you can get him the MVP of the series already.
Oh, I think you probably could already, but you could have a couple of them. Anyway, I like for the moment that you and I can spend a little bit of time just celebrating what it's like to see that. Now, I really am curious from your perspective as an athlete how you might view that differently than us as fans.
You're talking about just the pure
when you see
grit.
A guy have that level of performance.
Yeah, it's like when they get in the zone. Like, and it's rare that you get in the zone in the World Series, but he's locked in so well. And like, you got to tip your hat to Vlad too, because still at home, being able to get the base
score
to
on
go
that single,
get the go ahead. Like, being your best when your best is required, man, is easier said than done. Answering the bell, answering the call, you prepare for that. And that chance and that opportunity may never happen, but when you see it happen, you know that the person prepared for it, that he visualized it. You know what I mean? It's like when they go into these deep moments, you talk about cycle time and all that type of stuff, where like it seems that like the task is insurmountable. And it's like, yeah, man, when it's too bad for everybody else, it's just right for me. And to see them come, and like just you marvel at the mental aspect of the game. And to be able to dominate and hit like he's hitting, you got to be dialed in.
How can you not be sitting in that batter's box knowing everything that's on the line? And how can you be so good and so mentally locked in that you can put everything like that aside and try to treat it like any other at bat? I don't know how you do that. Like, were you ever able to compartmentalize on the field when you knew it was a much bigger spot than you're used to being in?
I mean, it's the playoff games that you concentrate on. And I can remember probably the most I've ever been locked in was happened to go against Peyton Manning in like 2006, where we held him to 3 field goals.
Was that the 41-9 game? Or no. You're talking about the Ravens. I was thinking about when the Jets beat them. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was that one. Like, we were so tied into what Peyton was doing and making sure that we held our that's probably like the most mentally draining game I've ever been a part of. To be able to know their formations, know what they're doing, know how we were going to pretend like we were going to do certain things. And to lose by only giving up 15 points, man, to 5 field goals to Peyton Manning when he had that offense was discouraging, but proud that even though when they have their Super Bowl and they have their Super Bowl tape from Sports Illustrated, they didn't put that game on there because we whooped their ass. You know what I mean?
I think it's I just marvel at it. And we sit here and I sit here. I won't say we because you've been in the arena. You know what it's like. I have not been in the arena on any substantial level beyond high school. Okay? I marvel at the ability of people to just put aside everything else and focus on that task at hand in the moment. It's incredibly impressive to me. And for me, just watching greatness last night, that's always, no matter whether you hate somebody or love somebody, that to me is always just special to watch.
Yeah, man. I wonder about Springer, too, because you want to see teams – you don't want to see somebody lose because of injury because he's just as important to them
let's be clear about something, though, okay?
As Freddie Freeman is.
After a day like that, Blue Jays are dead. Like the Dodgers I can see coming back from that.
But the Blue Jays can say, hey, man, listen, we should have won that game. You know, we let it get away, right? We had the lead late, and we let it get away. I can see this Blue Jays team has surprised me as far as the grit and the way that they've been able to rally back, right? And we know that they're going against the evil machine. Is it fair to say that, you know, the Death Star, the Sith Lords are all Dodgers, right? They're the bad guy because because what they've done, you know, they've become basically the Yankees of the late 90s.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Most hateable franchise, but you love Shohei Ohtani that much.
But this is the problem.
Is he the Derek Jeter of the Yankees?
See, but I don't listen. Having lived through that and experienced all that, and I was a full-throated Yankee hater at the time. Full-throated. I still feel like that team was so much more hated than this Dodger team nationally. Maybe I'm wrong. I know there are people that hate the Dodgers, but
they don't hate them like the Yankees.
No,
it's not fair.
No,
it's like they like the Golden State Warriors. Like, Steph, he's so cute and cuddly. It's like, Shohei, he's international, blah, blah, blah. Mookie Betts is a nice guy, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who hates Shohei Ohtani.
Yep.
I really don't. I knew plenty of people, and not just New Yorkers, who couldn't stand Derek Jeter. Because
Derek Jeter was getting the ladies. That's why.
Let's
just keep it real. That was envy. He was getting the ladies.
Absolutely, it was envy. He was getting the ladies. He would make every big play. And he was constantly a thorn in your side type player. And that's what the Yankees were. But there was the bigger issue in hating the Yankees, is that they were the guys who went out and spent every last dollar to get whoever they could. That they would trade for Raul Mondesi, making $15 million a year at the time, and just give up nothing because they were able to take all of his money. And he would be able to help. Like, they could bring in anybody they wanted to. They went and traded for Roger Clemens, for Pete's sake. They traded for Roger Clemens after they had already just won Did they trade him for him after 99 or after 2000? I can't even remember. I know he was there for 2000 for the Mets. But the point being, like, they had already won 2, if not 3 World Series when they made their trade to go get Roger Clemens. Like, that is just like insult to injury, and it's kind of the same thing that we saw with Ohtani.
Exactly. It was not Ohtani, even the pitcher that they got this offseason.
Yes.
It's like, man, if any player comes from Japan because it's close to L.A., you know where they going. And but at least the Yankees had to pay the tax up front. These dudes deferring payments like credit card note bills.
Because I saw a note the other day about what he's making off the field this year. He's making like $125 million off the field.
Shohei?
Yeah.
Well, you got to think,
between
man,
all his endorsements and everything.
I can't even imagine what he's making back in Japan. His jersey, his Dodger jersey sales in Japan. Like, I'm sure he got products in Japan that he making money off. Plus, New Balance is probably like $1 billion deal. If Steph Curry got $1 billion deal, we can make baseball shoes popular again, like the Ken Griffey's were. Remember, everybody had a pair of Ken Griffey's.
You know what's so funny to me about the New Balance thing too is you're watching that commercial and it's Shohei with Cameron Brink and Tyrese Maxey. Like, which doesn't belong and why? Like, they're all great players. I think we can give Shohei his own commercial by now. We don't need to just pass it to one another.
They can't afford the full commercial. His rate too low. They need some stunt doubles. That's what they basically are.
So they only paid for a quarter of Shohei to show up.
Got Kawhi come in. Ha ha. That'll be $23 million. Like, hold up. You never show up.
I'm looking up at the camera, and of course you can watch the show on YouTube. And your face is like right in the camera right now.
That's because it's coming off my phone.
It's coming off your phone.
Yes, because I gotta wait for the iPad to charge up enough. So then Katie is gonna come back and she's gonna put me on that. I told you because I already got my laptop, but I need my laptop to look up stuff and reads. That's why I'm so damn close.
You're like, bring in your nose a little bit closer. Like, I could see everything. I could see the pores on your nose. I can see the whole thing.
Because I can't get my whole body. I can't find the right height either.
Well, here's the deal. We're getting started at 800-919-3776. And I'm not going to lie. I did not anticipate necessarily starting on that, but I did want to can we all just have a moment of grace to really not complain for a second, to talk about the greatness of what we see and how special that is to be in a position to see it. Like, I think we sometimes take it for granted that we can see it. For instance, I think Yankee fans now have finally figured out just how fortunate they were to have Mariano Rivera for as long as they did. To have somebody who was just a shutdown closer and the game was over. And even he lost a couple in the postseason, but just, 99 times out of 100, it was all over, and you never had to worry about those last couple innings. Like, that was incredible greatness. The greatness we're seeing right now with Ohtani, I'd be so curious as to people if they're able to appreciate it right now or if they just don't give a damn. At 800-919-3776. We got plenty to get to on the Jets and the Giants as well.
And let's discuss a player that said he'd rather die a sports death than never put on a Yankee uniform again.
Me?
Die! I'd rather die.
It's Bart and Carlin. We're just getting started on this Tuesday. Let's go. Roll in. Be a part of the show on the YouTube page. Get your comments in there. We get you involved. Follow on social at Bart and Carlin on Instagram, at The Real Bart Scott, at That Guy Carlin. It's all here. Let's go. 800-919-3776. Load them up. Lines are open. Next on ESPN New York.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
That 3 365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement, plus a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
YouTube TV customers, you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Listen, the weather is starting to cool off a little bit and the cold is coming fast. Fill up your oil before the cold sets in. Now's the best time because the prices are still so low. By the time we get to Halloween and early November, you know it's going to be freezing. So make it easy to keep your house comfortable and warm. That's what Romeo's Fuel does. They keep you warm with discount home heating oil. Order online at romeosfuel.com. Now fully serving Nassau and Suffolk, go to romeosfuel.com today. That's romeosfuel.com.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text BILL to 231231 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text BILL to 231231. That's BILL to 231231.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Well, I know we've done our job because nobody wants to talk about greatness. There you go. 800-919-3776. It's Bart and Carlin reminding you ESPN New York is giving you the chance to experience UFC 322 at Madison Square Garden on November the 15th. One grand prize winner and guests will score tickets to the ESPN New York Suite, hosted by Peter Rosenberg. Enjoy the energy of the Garden, the comfort of a private suite, and the world-class UFC action alongside one of New York's biggest sports personalities. All right, once again, we didn't alter the copy on that for Peter. Nobody thought that might have been a little bit strongly worded. Is Mike Francesa going to this? I don't know. If we're going to mention, never mind. All right, so Peter will be there, one of New York's biggest sports personalities to enter. Find the contest tile on the ESPN New York app to submit your entry. It's brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of UFC. So, first of all, give me a quick feel. Granted, bye week out there, so I'm not expecting it from the players. I'm sure they have been off, but is there a little bit of skipping a step there out at the Jets facility today?
Man, you see this right here?
What is that?
These are victory bagels.
Oh, victory bagels.
This is outside. This is outside bagels. You know what I'm saying?
They bring them from the outside?
Yeah, these aren't inside bagels, bro. These are like they have the chef that cooks all the time.
Sure.
So let me line up. This is weird. All right, so they got those bagels,
right?
But then they got the regular stuff that's food, but they got this and they had like Taylor ham sandwiches. Like somebody must have hit the under or the over or something because somebody sent some stuff over here.
Yeah, Tom says it's pork roll. Tom, in North Jersey, it's Taylor ham. Deal with it.
Doesn't exist. Sorry.
It does. In North Jersey, that's what it is. Anyway, see, now that's encouraging. That's what you got right out of the gate, and everybody's feeling much better about the situation.
And another thing, too.
What's that?
The players are here today. They got practice.
They got practice today? Well, it's a bye week, so they must be like they get later in the week off.
So they have practice today, and I saw the stage being built. You know what that means?
Mm-hmm.
It is Team Pitcher Day.
Oh, wow.
I used to hate doing Team Pitcher during the season. Give me Team Pitcher we should know who's gonna make the team at the end of a camp.
But do you want Team Picture Day in the middle of the year for the guys that you know by the end of the year maybe not going to be there? And did they include the practice squad on Team Picture Day? I
don't know.
Yeah,
we used to have an omelet man.
What about the non-football injury list? Are those guys there?
This is the time where people are like, hey man, let me get the hell off of. Let me get the hell off of here because I ain't trying to stay around here.
I was going to say, is Breece gonna get in this picture?
Quincy Williams.
But we got 10 days. We got 7 days.
Quincy Williams get in this picture.
I want to see the photographer have a little bud in his ear and say, "Okay, Breece, a couple of more steps to your right.
Yeah.
A couple of more steps to your right. Okay.
They're gonna put him in.
Now over there. Green screen. Yeah, over there. Yeah, in Morristown. That's where I want you.
Want you at Morristown Private Airport? Cause you out of here.
Well, that's what I think is really interesting with the Jets. Number one, thinking more and more about getting the win. I am really more encouraged about them winning the game because not just that Aaron Glenn gets his first win, while there are a lot of guys on this team who are going to be putting this out there, this tape as their resume for the future and where they're going to be playing, whether it's with the Jets or with somebody else, when things are going poorly, everybody's paying attention, maybe even more so than when things are going well. The guys who are important, the people who are watching the tapes. But what I'm so encouraged by is this for Glenn. I talked about this a little bit yesterday. Still out there playing very hard for the guy, and the emotion that came afterward, you could see how much they wanted to win for him.
Yeah, I mean, you see the emotion in the locker room after the fact, too. And, did the show with Baldy as I typically do on these days, and, they played hard for him. They could have laid down, being down 15 points, but they decided to come back and fight. So that shows you that they still has their attention. And, when you have a win like this, you can talk about the penalties going down because that was a point of emphasis for this year. And in the first couple of games, we were like, what are we talking about? This isn't it. And, nothing has changed. But he kept telling us that this is a different team and not the same old Jets. And, for 1 week, they get to say maybe not, right? Because they can go back and say, man, we should have beat Denver, right? We should have beat Tampa. We should have beat the Steelers. Man, if we could have just been healthy, or we'd have had Jermaine Johnson and Quincy for those games. They would have made the difference between 1 point. And so you can lie to yourself, and it's up to coaches to lie, right? That's what coaches are supposed to do. They're supposed to say what you need to hear, not what you want to hear sometimes. You know what I mean? To kind of build that confidence and build that momentum. Hey, guys, when you come back, look at these games. What would people be saying about us, and how would we be feeling about ourselves? Because if we would have won these games, we would have been sitting here at four and whatever, right? So that's what you sell. That's what you sell to the team if you're going to try the old Jedi mind trick and say, see what we are, see who we are when we don't turn the ball over, when we don't have self-inflicted wounds and all that type of stuff. This is who we are, right? So so that's what I hope that Aaron Glenn is doing. But they're going to have to do some self-scouting for themselves and see how they can be better coming forward, and see how if they can take some of these young guys that played well and be able to use them going forward when Garrett Wilson comes back, because they have to find a number 2, somebody that's not named Reynolds, somebody that's not named Allen Rizard, to step up and somebody they can depend on. Listen, we have a spot open. We have a position open for somebody. Who's going to step up and take it?
All right, but is it step up and take it, or is it somebody else that they actually go and get to help? Because I don't see them making a trade to get somebody.
Yeah. I don't see you. Nobody's going. It's no help to be getting when we already lost 7 games. It's
right.
Playoffs are over with.
Right.
So it's nobody that you can get that can help you with that. So you just got to keep developing these guys, and if you develop them well, when you do get a number 2, you have a built-in number 3 or a built-in number 4.
I want to hear a little bit of Aaron Glenn here. First of all, will Fields start out of the bye? This is from yesterday, I am assuming, and this is Glenn speaking to that.
I think my answer is going to be on that. This is a bye week, and we're going to focus on us. And listen, I have time to make that decision. So, and that's one of the good things of the bye week. But seriously, man, this gives us a chance to really just hone in on the good, bad, and ugly and try to get those things worked out, because we know we have a ways to go.
See, this is interesting to me because you kind of hinted at this yesterday. I would have thought off of the win that it was a foregone conclusion that we would see Fields start after the bye week at least, and you say not so fast.
Yeah, because he hasn't been consistent. You know what I mean? So, and it was against the worst defense. Just like we'd have lost, you wouldn't want to overreact because he had a good performance. Because you won, you can't overreact because he had a good performance. You have to keep it all in stride and say, hey, what gives us the best chance winning going forward, and how do we move forward? Does he deserve an opportunity to get another opportunity, or does the decision that we have with Tyrod, do we stick with that decision, because that's the decision that we made?
Little more. Here he is on Fields' toughness through adversity.
His personality, his faith, his family, man, they do a really good job of keeping him grounded and keeping him steady. And, man, there are so many levels to things that he goes through as a person and as a player that, I think sometimes we look at athletes at this magnitude of they're not humans, they're robots. And there's so many things that's attacked at so many different levels on these guys that, man, they're humans and they have feelings and they go through things. But, man, we create these storms for these players, these coaches also, that some people have no idea of what they go through, but they're just like me, they're just like you, they're just like anybody else. They have feelings, they go through things. It just so happened he's such a strong-willed person that he's built to handle things like that. So yes, I'm proud of him. I'm not shocked, and I expect for him to continue living his life like that.
I saw people knocking him yesterday, and I knew this was coming. I knew, like LaShawn McCoy, I knew this was coming. You can't be crying.
What did Shady say?
He's like, you can't be crying. You're the quarterback. This is the NFL, all that stuff. Basically, to the lines of, we're being a wuss here. This is a whole different deal now, man. It's such a different deal. So many of these guys have been talked about and have been treated with kid gloves their entire lives that they have no idea how to deal with this. In the last couple of years, it hasn't been easy for Justin Fields, but let's call this what it is. This is the Mount Kilimanjaro of adversity when you come to the Jets. And so when you're going to be under the microscope like that, to have the emotions get the better of you and then to share it, I can't get on the guy for that.
Yeah, but, players, especially players that's not from the organization, from the team, of course they're going to have their shots. You know what I mean? It's like league of their own. There's no crying in football. Nobody wants to hear about your sorrow. We all go through the same thing. That's where Shady's coming from. Shady's like one of those things, like football is the type of sport where you watch one of your teammates get decapitated, and he's over there and he's squirming and hurting, and then, it's 2 days later, and you're like, yo, man, you squirming like a little sucker, man.
Yeah, well, let me say this about Shady,
Who am I? Ow.
Let me say this about Shady, too, though, okay? When I worked in Philly in 2016 and 17, Shady.
Chip Kelly.
Huh?
Chip Kelly era?
No, post-Chip Kelly, Doug Peterson era.
Okay.
Shady was gone from the Eagles. He was, I believe, in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
But every Tuesday, like every other Tuesday at least, I shouldn't say every one, every other Tuesday, I would see him in Philly at the restaurant hanging out with his boys, spending his off day in Philly when he's now playing in Buffalo.
Well, Buffalo's,
I get it.
They got nothing but Applebee's.
I get it. And Chickies and Pete's, which is where I saw him because we were doing the show there. But that's where I saw him every week. And it was just like, all right, Shady, we get it. Like, you love Philly and you're doing this, but, like, you're in the rear view now. You should be playing up in Buffalo and doing your thing up there, but instead you're doing everything you can to not be around that. So, like, I really don't take anything that Shady says with any real
he's become a great entertainer,
credibility.
Shock jock.
Yeah.
I mean, he's willing to say whatever he wants. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you, that crap is getting so old for some of these guys. Let's just say whatever we can to draw whatever attention we can at any moment.
Because he took a shot at Acho last week, right? Because they do the thing, and he's like,
he was asking Acho about his affair with Joy Taylor, his alleged affair with Joy Taylor.
He didn't mention names.
Well,
he said he was running through Fox.
He was running through Fox, and that's what he was referencing. And again, alleged, but Acho basically shut down the podcast immediately. Like, this is Shady trying to do everything he can to make sure he gets enough attention for Shady. We've seen enough of those guys, and we continue to see them. Good for you. I hope it works. Generally, it doesn't. It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. Also on YouTube. Leave your comments there. Calls are starting to light up regarding the Jets and where this is all headed, and we haven't even touched on the trade deadline next week. That's next on ESPN New York.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new Parlay Zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino.
Download it.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $40 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry.
With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips, get personalized parlays built just for you, and with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Holding. Defense.
The ref totally blew that call.
Oh, I'm sure he'll make the right call next time.
It's too late. It cost us the game.
Well, it's just one game.
That loss eliminated us from the playoffs.
Oh, the playoffs are on so late. Now you'll be well rested.
Okay, I need you to stop talking now.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me. Like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
911, what's your emergency?
A tornado. It's coming right at us.
Listen to the wind blow.
ABC Thursdays, the 911 universe expands to Nashville.
How far out is that tornado? 2 miles!
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Get everyone you can and send them out here now!
Chris O'Donnell, Jessica Capshaw, Kimberly Williams-Paisley, Leanne Rhymes.
We are on the move! The hell of a save, kid.
911 Nashville. All new Thursdays, 9/8 Central on ABC and stream next day on Hulu.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team.
Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football. This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
When they get the stop there and the game is over, it's that moment where you just kind of laugh like it finally happened. They finally won a game. Madness. And then you look at Fields and go, where the hell has this been? And maybe that's the problem, is his ceiling and his floor. There's such a huge gap between them. And the problem is he never plays in the middle.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York. And streaming live on YouTube.
It's an interesting point by Allen for sure, because that is the biggest thing. It's consistency. And when things are going poorly, it's nice to know what the worst is that you're going to get from him. And if the worst is not bottoming out, if the worst is somewhere in the middle, that is something that you can work with. And you're not there right now. 800-919-3776. You ready to hit it? We got some calls ready to go. Shall we begin with Dave? He is in Brooklyn on ESPN New York. If I can somehow find where the cursor went. Here it is, Dave.
Hey, good morning, guys. 2 quick points. One, I'm tired of hearing people say the Jets shouldn't try to win football games because they need the first pick. You get the first pick, the second pick, the fourth pick, the fifth pick, you're fine. You just got to draft the right quarterback. Many quarterbacks, as you know, have not even been picked in the first round. But 2, one of the reasons why I think the Jets are where they are, and the Giants to a degree as well, is the Jets, historically, when they picked Sam Darnold, second or third, wherever that was, and that didn't pan out. And then you compound that with missing on Zach Wilson. Those are 2 very high draft picks that went nowhere. So right now, if those picks worked out, whether it's a quarterback or whomever, they would have had 2 first-rounders picked very high in the draft that could have been centerpieces of this organization. Instead, they have nothing. I think those 2 failures go overlooked because not only did they not have the players, but they contributed to just, coaches getting fired, inconsistencies in the organization, and having to start all over every time. So those misses, to me, were catastrophic, and that's kind of where we find ourselves are today. I want to hear what you have to say about that.
Well, here's the thing. I'm glad that you brought this up, and thanks for the call, Dave. Bart, while I believe it was important for Aaron Glenn to win that game the other day,
yeah,
in no way is it important for the Jets to somehow win 5 and 6 and 7 games this year.
Correct.
It's not. And I would go the opposite way. And there are so many people. Don's one of them. I know Don went off on Allen about this yesterday. When are we going to get it through our heads that the way to rebuild some of these teams is to have that high pick and get the person there? Most times, especially when it comes to quarterbacks, the only way to get one is by drafting one. That's it. They're never available. The really good ones are never available via trade. They're never available in free agency. This is the only way to get it. And the NBA has been so far ahead of the curve on tanking in so many ways. Look at the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs, when David Robinson went down with an injury, said, that's it. Shut it down. And they shut it down, and they ended up with Tim Duncan, and they won 5 championships. And now, a few years ago, Victor Wembanyama's coming along. What did the Spurs do? They shut it down, and they end up with an incredible generational player. This happens in the league all the time, and in the NFL, when you sit there and scream, no, I got to go win these games. No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm not telling players not to try. I'm telling organizations to put teams in position to lose.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you talk about winning the battle or lose the war, right? Because ultimately you know that you're not going anywhere. We're not telling anybody to lose, not try to be competitive. But we're saying that, let's not, you can hurt yourself, right? You can miss out, right? And I want to go back to what the caller said before, which I didn't agree with. I don't think they missed out on Sam Darnold. I think they were just impatient. They had such a high pick because of the injury. Sam Darnold has showed tremendous promise in spurts, right? When he had the illness, his first game he threw for 300 yards after throwing a pick his first one.
Yeah.
They just were inconsistent, and they were just like, well, we got a high pick. We have to make a decision on paying him long term. They could have just franchise tagged him and got a good player instead of getting Zach Wilson and got somebody to build around Sam Darnold. Remember, that was the conversation when we were talking. The conversation was about being able to either draft a quarterback and reset the clock or build around Sam Darnold. And they decided to do something else. But it was a real discussion with Joe Douglas about what to do. And ultimately, Zach Wilson isn't playing in this league, and Sam Darnold's playing at a high level.
You can fight this. I don't know what you're feeling on it. I think Sam's Jet career was over when he said, I'm seeing ghosts.
Yeah, it's one of those things like butt from. They always threw that at him. You know what I mean? And sometimes, that's a term that people use. And he basically was, but it's on film. And so, people made fun of it, and, it was over with.
It wasn't being made fun of. It's that, to me at the time.
No, people that hate the Jets were making fun of it.
Right. Like, I don't look at that and think I was making fun of it. I look at it more like this guy is so spooked out by what he's seeing out there that he's not going to trust himself. And to me, it feels like it's awfully difficult to get that trust back in yourself. And that's where I felt like his Jet career ended. Because, look, there was never any question about what his arm was. Sam could absolutely throw it all over the place. And when they made that decision, remember Joe made the comment to his parents, like, we're going to try to keep your son upright. We're not going to get your son hurt and all that.
Right.
All of that happened.
Matt Khalil, get Khalil off the couch.
Right.
Or say Simile.
Yep. That first year, and that worked out horribly. And just because Matt Khalil didn't have anything left, that it was going to make a difference. And so when you brought in Zach Wilson, when the opportunity came there and you had the second pick and you saw what you saw with him throwing the ball, it became too tempting to go in that direction. And I get it. People can develop later in their career. How many people were really against the idea of drafting the quarterback right then and not and allowing Sam to go elsewhere? I don't think there were many people that were against that idea.
Yeah, I think people and they were sold on the throw of the pro day.
Yeah,
right, and that's what it was, and they probably should have got Mac Jones. No, I'm just playing.
Perk up, little camper. It's okay. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York, 800-919-3776. Over on the ESPN New York YouTube page where you can be watching the show and making comments that we will get involved. We'll get to the Giants as well here in a little bit. The Cam Scattaboo injury and what it means for Jackson Dart the rest of the season on ESPN New York and the ESPN New York app.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is the Michael Kay Show.
So I'm glad for Justin Fields. The bottom line is he went out on the field and he performed. He was challenged by the owner. He was embarrassed by the owner. And you know what? Now, Woody should be embarrassed because Woody can't sit there and take credit for motivating Justin Fields. Justin Fields can motivate himself. If anything, you could have taken the heart out of a lesser person. You could have completely crushed the spirit of a lesser person. But this guy had his best game.
The Michael Kay Show. Weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Yankees, or rather the Ranger. Can I get my head out of my, let me say this, ass? Let me just clear up. Hello, wake up, Chunky. We're doing the show. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, Giants. We're getting to them here in a moment. Bart and I also have something else to discuss here momentarily. First up, though, YouTube TV customers, and this is me. I'm in this mix. You could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN. That's keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN. And I'm going to be one cranky big fella if, in fact, my ESPN is not on my YouTube TV here coming up. Bartholomew, let's flip to the Giants for a moment before we get back to the calls at 800-919-3776. The Cam Scatterboo injury, I think the aspect of this that we haven't really discussed yet is, yes, he was doing a lot to influence the Giants and to give them juice, certainly. He was absolutely a juice guy, as Dart is too. But I'm really, really concerned about how that now is going to affect the day-to-day development of Dart, because he's been such a big part of that offense, especially without Neighbors out there. He's obviously a big part of the pass game now, too. How do we really view Dart now here in the coming weeks? Because with the deadline, there is no way, in no way am I making a trade to add a receiver right now because I'm trying to help develop this quarterback after I've lost the last couple.
Yeah, not unless somebody's giving somebody away and want to get something and it's 10 cents on a dollar, Jacoby Myers or somebody like that, or if you're trying to get somebody like Rashid
Shaheed.
Yeah, right. That's so hard to say.
Saints.
Rashid Shaheed. You know, it's like if you're trying to get a player like that you see in your future and it's 10 cents on a dollar, and you want to be able to own his rights so he can't go anywhere and try and get him to come out like that. But it's really no scenario. I don't know if Mara will okay it to spend future assets. You know, the only team I can see that would want to spend future assets is like the Dallas Cowboys, because they got so many picks for Michael Parsons. They can be able to spend some because they got some extras just sitting there, and they might just want to throw them away if they can get a player that they identify that can help their team in the future. But the Jets and the Giants, I just see them kind of stand put. If anything, selling more than buyers.
There were articles this morning suggesting that maybe the Cowboys might be looking into shipping away George Pickens, which I'm not sure why that would make much sense for them.
Come on, man. That would be crazy.
Why does that make any sense for them right now?
Right, because that's starting over your whole franchise.
Well, here's my point. I think everybody's jumping to conclusions here on Dart. We've seen a lot of good things. I'm not going to deny that. But have we seen enough, and will we have seen enough through the course of this season at this point to know whether or not he's the guy? Because when you take Scatterboo away, this is more adding to the idea. You've got no neighbors. I don't trust the defense in a big way right now. So I'm not going to win a lot of games. I'm going to be in a position potentially in the top 5. And Bart, if I'm in the top 5, do you think that I've seen enough where I'm definitively not taking a quarterback next year? Have I already established I do not need to take a quarterback because Jackson Dart is my guy?
I think you have, especially with this class suffering and struggling as much as it has, for sure.
Yeah, I don't. I don't. And I know he's exciting. But why do I know for right now, when we are so far away from the draft, we're sitting with that coming in April. And I know that the quarterback play on the collegiate level has not been what we would have hoped it to be, but we don't know what that's going to look like for the rest of this season. Why would I think for a minute that I have definitively found my guy in Jackson Dart when I may have a whole new management team, a whole new quarterback, a whole new coaching staff in place for next year, when I really did not invest all that much in getting him? And I've seen good things, but we have also seen people get suckered in by one good year. We're seeing that right now with Houston with C.J. Stroud. We've seen that before with RG3, and then he went and got hurt. We've seen this with many quarterbacks who look like they are the answer for the long term, but it turns out it was just kind of a one-hit wonder. When I'm in that position to draft a guy that high, if there are a couple of guys that I really feel like are going to be franchise changers as opposed to somebody that 24, 25 other people passed on, why am I ruling that out right now?
Because you see what Jackson Dart is doing with minimum resources, right? You see what he's doing with minimum resources, so you know that this is the worst or should be the worst that he will ever be. You have an opportunity to surround this young man with weapons that he can that can build around. So if this is the floor for Jackson Dart, throwing to Theo Johnson, throwing to Slayton, throwing to Wan'Dale Robinson, handing the ball off to Scatterbull, who's not a great player. He's just a inspiring player. But as far as talent, you can get a lot better at the running back position than Scatterbull, right? But look what he's doing with that. He had you competitive with some of the best in the business, right? So if he's doing that, what will happen if I get him his Calvin Johnson? What happens if I go get him his Ty Warren? That's his name, right? Warren from
Indianapolis?
Yeah. What if I go get him his Warren? What if I go get him his Lane Johnson? How much better can he be? So for me, I've already seen enough, I mean, in my opinion, to know that he can handle what it's like. Because remember, it's not about the talent. It's about being able to handle what he can do here in New York. Because there's a lot of guys that can play in this league. They can't play in New York. He's not only shown that he can play in this league, he showed that he can play in New York.
Listen,
and
man,
handle what that means.
I can go chapter and verse down guys who even played well here for a year, and then it just completely fell apart.
Yeah, but you can't let the past dictate what decisions you make in the future. You can't do that.
All right, so what's the difference then between knowing I have the guy and I'm going to ride this out and questioning whether I have the guy? Because as I see it now, what he's going to be playing with the rest of the year is not going to give me a ton of confidence believing that he's going to be the guy unless he elevates everybody else around him.
But hasn't he already done that?
I think the juice factor has elevated other people's play. I don't know if he's made them make better plays.
Hold up. He's elevated Wan'Dale Robinson.
Wan'Dale Robinson's playing better, for sure.
And that's because of his connection with him, right? And so, like, Ty Johnson's playing better, right?
Well, yeah, but when these guys are getting the ball more, like, would this have been the case if Neighbors hadn't gotten hurt? Like, I've got to throw the ball to somebody.
Correct. But he's building these guys up. Theo Johnson is playing a lot better than he's ever played.
Yeah, again, so out of necessity.
Yes, but you also have to attribute that to him getting him the ball and him giving him chances and him working his chemistry and going through his progressions.
This is not a knock
He
on.
could have looked like Nathan Peterman. He could have got the ball. Neighbors got hurt, and I don't have a weapon. He could have looked like Nathan Peterman out there throwing out hand grenades.
Look, he looks fine so far. He looks good. Are Giant fans excited?
Hold on. Do you think Sean Payton just gives out? Listen, I know everybody thinks that Sean Payton wanted to was trying to hurt Russell
Smack
Wilson.
Russ? Yeah.
Yeah, but nah, bro. He was just in awe of like what this quarterback was.
Now, I also
think he just had a young quarterback in Bo Nix, and probably if he was there, he took Bo Nix before Scott.
Yeah, year before. But I also know that Sean Payton has a fondness for the Giants organization and is publicly never going to say a negative thing about them.
Yeah, but it's one thing to have a fondness. It's another thing to directly compliment a player on your team. Like nobody's going to compliment a player on your team if you don't believe in the player.
Oh, that's crap. I don't buy that.
Man, he could have found 1,000 people to compliment. Man, Dexter Lawrence and that defense, man, I tell you what. We come on, man.
How many times do we hear coaches week in and week out talk about how great their opponents are?
Yeah, but never specifically a player.
They'll say players.
Almost so that he said he'd rather have a Hall of Fame, maybe a potential Hall of Fame quarterback in there than to have this young dude. He's like, hey, man, that quarterback got a lot to him. You don't talk like that. Even when you compliment somebody you don't really mean it, you be like, oh, she got a nice personality. You ain't going to go into specifics like, yo, man, she is diverse. She's she's smart. He went all the way in.
I don't know, man. I have heard coaches many times in press conferences. Now, granted, they're usually leading up to games.
Right. This is after the game.
No, I know it was after the game.
This is assessment of him just watching this team just put up 32 points against that great defense that shut down the great offense of the Dallas Cowboys the week later in the same building.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it, but I've heard plenty of guys say things publicly, and I'm not saying he thinks he stinks. I don't think he thinks he stinks, but I think people can get overly floral in their compliments of other players for two reasons. Number one, to show respect, but number two, oh yeah, that guy's really good, and by the way, we just beat them.
Okay.
You know?
Okay,
and if in advance of games, when you talk about another player in a complimentary fashion, there's a twofold reason. Number one, you don't want to give them bulletin board material. And then number two, you want to talk about how tough of an opponent they are for when you play them. If you lose, I told you they were a tough opponent. And if you win, hey, we beat them. That's a tough team.
So the Broncos are one of the best defenses in the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
They put up 32 points on their ass.
Yep.
So you don't have to make that up. And who was responsible for those? Jackson Dart. The compliment goes to the quarterback. So, like I said, I think I've seen everything I need to see. I think that he's proven that he should be the quarterback of the future. There's nothing that he's done that disqualifies him from being the quarterback of the football Giants.
This is what I want to hear from Giant fans right now. Are you convinced that you have the guy? Like, are we 5 games into this thing and believing that we have the guy? And that's it. 800-919-3776, because I'm certainly not yet. I want to see the rest of the year, and I want to see where they're drafting, and I want to see what the possibilities are. Because when for a minute, I'll compare it to Cam Ward, okay? Cam Ward was the number 1 pick in the draft last year. You look at what Tennessee has, and watching them the other day, they do not have anything on offense. They have nothing. They have less than the Giants. They had Calvin Ridley out the other day. Their leading receivers was a rookie from Florida named Chimere Dike and Alec Iomanner, a rookie from Stanford. They were their 2 primary receivers and a mid-level tight end named Chiga Okonkwo. So those are their guys that they're running out there with Cam Ward. Now, I don't expect Cam Ward to be able to go out there and win football games with those guys. But I do see instances where he makes those guys better. I do see instances where he's throwing darts all over the place where I look at it and I can say, all right, the mistakes that he's making, holding onto the ball too long, trying to make a play down the field when it's not there too late that you can't do in the NFL, that you could have done in college. Well, I look at that and I say, that's all teachable stuff. I see it, and we invested the number 1 pick in him, and we're not going anywhere. Later, when I take a guy 25th and I traded 2 third-round picks up to get him, or a second and a third, whatever it was, I don't feel like I gave up too much to where that's going to make me ignore a quarterback if I'm in the top 5.
Man, you think about top 5, you think about how valuable that can be.
Mm-hmm.
That's multiple picks.
Yeah, and listen, if they're convinced at the end of the year, I'll shut up. If they feel like they have seen enough and this is our guy at the end of the year and they can go get a haul and address a lot of positions, I will shut up. All I'm saying is right now, just 5 games in, it's amazing to me how many people already believe that they have their guy and it's like locked in.
Let's see if the Giants are top 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say they're top 5. And it's 3 quarterbacks that people want. I'm sure it's a D lineman or somebody that somebody wants. Depending on where their position is, somebody might give them an opportunity to drop back and get a first-round draft pick for next year and maybe a 4 as well, or swap 4s or swap a 3 for a 4. And then now next year they have 2 first-round picks to build around Dart, right? So you can maybe go out and solidify. What if it's a Mimbu that shows up, a great right tackle? Think that help?
Mm-hmm.
You know
Absolutely.
And then you get him another good receiver. So now you got a young tandem of receivers, a la Emmanuel Sanders and Antonio Brown, and you're working with that. So now you're scoring points. Because I feel this defense has got enough good players on it that if they were playing with a lead, if they can depend on a lead and depend on good offense, that they will be able to perform up to what we think they should perform to.
All right, let's roll. 800-919-3776. Frank in Newark is up on ESPN New York. Frank, what's going on, bud? How are you?
Hey, Carlin, what's up? No, not calling me Francois today, huh?
Well, I mean, listen, we mix it up.
Thank you. Gotta keep me guessing. But anyway, when it comes to Jackson Dart, look, I'll be real. As a realistic Giants fan, I'm not ready to say that we got our franchise quarterback. Because keep in mind, even if we go back about 15 years, even with Eli, we weren't convinced in his second season that we actually had the franchise quarterback. There were times during his career where we questioned that we had the franchise quarterback. So you got to take it game by game, season by season. Now, next year, when defenses have had a whole regular season film on you, how you progress going forward from that as a quarterback, that's where you have to make a decision. That's where you make that decision. But for right now, we're going 5 games in, like you said, and we're not convinced. And the important part of all of this is not being married. If we feel like this is a bad decision, not staying married to it for too long, and which is something the Giants have failed to do. When there's a bad marriage, they just stick to it and don't move on from it. So we got to be ready. We got to have measures on the books that don't take forever and 4 years to implement to be ready to move on.
I think it's interesting that you put it that way, because what have good organizations done over the years when they've made a mistake and then they realize they've made a mistake? The Eagles with Carson Wentz. They paid him that second time and realized it was a mistake and moved on from it, right? What we saw with who am I forgetting?
Daniel Jones. Not a mistake.
Well, not Daniel Jones. At least they gave him a contract that was workable, that in 2 years they could get away from him. Trey Lance, thank you. The 49ers and Trey Lance. They go and they move all those picks to go up and get him. And we barely talk about how massive of a mistake that was because of how they've been able to navigate that since. They've been able to get the right people in place. Like that should be an all-time draft day debacle of a trade. It really should be.
Yeah, but they found Brock Purdy, so it's like that's the quarterback we drafted. Don't matter. We got our quarterback in that draft.
Right. And it's, our guy's there, so it doesn't matter at the end. Nobody even remembers that. Don't look behind a curtain or remember anything like that. I told you about there is a list of things that Howie Roseman wanted to do, and if he had done them, this Eagle dynasty would have never existed. Never existed. He wanted to trade up for Zach Wilson. He wanted to go and trade everything for Russell Wilson when he went to the Broncos.
I remember.
Yeah, like he was trying hard. Like there were a few different instances where if he makes that move, they are dead in the water for a long time. It's a lot. Yes, some of it's about getting lucky too. How about Al in Hackensack next on ESPN New York? Al, what's going on with you? What is up with this? My cursor here is not working. Yeah, Al.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Al. What's up?
Okay, so my comment actually went back a little bit because you guys jumped topics, but it went back to where you stated about how the Jets need to tank. I'm a Niner fan. I'm 46, been around a little bit, and I was really surprised that Bart kind of co-signed that. I truly believe that they don't need a quarterback right now. I truly believe that they need to focus. They need to win.
Who don't need a quarterback?
Because with the Jets, for me, give me 1 second. For me, it's about a culture. The Jets are not just going to turn around this because it's an organization thing. So they should not just be tanking. They need to focus on winning and evaluating what they have. They're not going to win. They're not going to turn this organization around with one or two players. It's not going to happen.
You know how you change culture? How do you change culture? With players. You can have a great culture and bad talent and still not win.
You go get a quarterback. That's how you change culture. I'm so sick and tired.
Hold on. Yeah. No, did he leave yet? Because I was about to say, I came here, right? How do we change the culture? With players.
Yes.
That came with culture.
Yes.
Sometimes you don't teach the people culture. You bring people that already got culture.
The culture thing,
it's the dumbest thing. It's the dumbest thing ever, man, because and a lot of times those people saying that ain't never built nothing. Ain't never turned nothing around.
We're coming in to change the culture. Stop it.
Culture is the most overused word in sports.
Yeah, go find – you know how you change the culture? You go find a great quarterback. You go find great players. That's how you change culture. You and I worked at a place that used to talk about how great their culture was all the time. I don't know if you remember. We used to. And let me tell you something. Their culture sucked. So whenever you have to spend time talking about how amazing your culture is, the truth is it's not. Your culture is great when your organization is winning. Like, I don't know about you. I felt at our best when you and I and Maggie were doing the show together was when we were killing it in the ratings. Yeah. That's when I felt like, God, we've got an amazing culture here. And we were.
Exactly. You're like, come on, man. Like, you got to win. So, to win, you need good players. You can have the greatest culture ever. He said he was a 49ers fan, too, right?
Yeah.
When did their culture turn around?
Joe Montana.
Right. Patrick Willis. I'm talking about when they were, like, horrible.
Yeah.
Like
Patrick Willis, Fred Warner. Yeah. All those guys.
Even before that, they didn't keep the same players and say we just built a culture and we developed our culture. They got better players, and then how crazy the culture changed.
I will never forget.
They went and got Trent Williams. Oh, wow, yeah.
I will never forget. You were smart enough to just skip out on this meeting, okay? But we had a meeting at that old company, and you guys know where it was. It's FAN. We had a meeting. It was new ownership at the time. And our market manager, our big boss, brought in the company's big boss for a meeting across the street. So there's like 200 people in this meeting. And our big boss is up on the stage, and she's interviewing the guy who runs the entire company, a guy named David Field. They're all gone now. It doesn't matter. And you can tell why they're gone. At any rate, she's up there interviewing and talking about, boy, David, you have built such an incredible culture here. It's unbelievable how good this is. We all love each other and all this crap. And she's like, there was a box full of actual questions. You know, hey, submit your question here for the boss. And the first question that she opened up with, what's your walk-up song? Man, get me the hell out of here. What are we doing? Oh,
is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Walk-up song.
Ooh, boss, what's your walk-up song? Shut up. Tell me about culture. Culture is when you have winners. It's when you have winners. Now, you can have winners and have a terrible culture, too, which they also managed to do. It's Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
It's NBA tip-off week, and FanDuel is your home for live betting. So even if you miss the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now's the perfect time to join, because FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So just visit FanDuel.com/K to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. 21 plus and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
To help those who want to be helped but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same day and next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. J. Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Listen up, folks.
Ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check if they're going for it on 4th down before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Harry Douglas here. Look, being a man doesn't mean skipping self-care. Manscaped makes it easy to feel confident, clean, and ready for anything. Whether you're at work, hitting the gym, traveling for business, or heading for a night out. The Lawnmower Trimmer gives you precision, the Beard Hedger keeps your look tight, and their grooming essentials smell incredible. Manscaped's tools are built to perform, helping you stay sharp, smooth, and feeling your best every single day. Because real confidence starts with a clean cut and the right gear. Get all the Manscaped products you need right now at your local Target.
My friends, especially those who are New York soccer fans, the Audi 2025 MLS Cup playoffs are here. Sunday, November 1st, New York City FC returns to Yankee Stadium for Game 2 of their best-of-3 series against Charlotte FC. Kickoff set for 3:30 p.m. For your chance to be there, enter now at ESPNNewYork.com or through the ESPN New York app. Just click the contest tab and submit your entry. Do not miss this opportunity to experience playoff soccer as the boys in blue begin their chase for the Cup. Tickets are available now at Ticketmaster.com/NYCFC. You ready for a little audio files, cowboy?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
The audio file.
By the way, for those who are wondering, in the ESPN New York YouTube chat, yeah, that's me. That's actually me chiming in on the chat. So fire away with your insults and whatever. They're not happy with my take about Dart not definitively giving, being the guy already. But you guys can live in delusion if you want. That's up to you. Okay, let's get to it.
Okay, let's get into it indeed.
That's Tom. How about Bart? How about Tom on a Tuesday?
I know.
Yeah, this is normally a Boombaka event. No Boombaka, no Joe Leo. We got Tom. I'm happy about that. No offense to those other two, but we got the A-team here.
We call it footprints.
Not very big footprints, unfortunately.
Yeah, why is it that the footprints that were carrying me are like big dents into the ground?
Got them Barney Rubble.
Well, go ahead.
All right, so you mentioned the word Jackson Dart, and you know what? I have a cut here that just so happens to relate to Jackson Dart, and that's going to come from the great ESPN draft analyst, Mel Kiper Jr., who's on with the boys in the morning, DPH and Rothenberg, every single Tuesday morning. He says Jackson Dart's development, well, it's not necessarily going to be linear.
Well, I think the development's going to be it's going to be up and down. It's not going to be the arrow's not always going to keep pointing up with young quarterbacks. You're going to have those games where you say, wow, that was an awful performance. I remember when Sam Darnold said he was seeing ghosts. Those things happen to young quarterbacks where it's just not clicking that particular day. And then you compound it with no Malik Neighbors and no Cam Scattaboo, and injuries affect all these teams too. And we don't really factor that in enough, what these players have to deal with at a young age when they're developing, but all the pieces around them keep going down. And then you have to alter your game plan, alter what you're doing there. It's so much thrown at these quarterbacks, and they're going to have good games, they're going to have bad games. And that's just the way it is. So it's not going to be a steady progression.
Listen, I think that's accurate. What I was encouraged by the other day, to the credit of Dart, is that could have easily been one of those games where he plays just really poorly, right? Down in Philadelphia in that situation. And if that was kind of close to the bottom of the barrel, then you feel good about where you are.
Oh, so you do agree that they have their quarterback of the future?
No, I'm saying that I was encouraged by that performance the other day. I don't know for sure that they have it after 5 games. I am someone that wants to see the whole picture and will not just jump to conclusions, Bart. Next.
So, a little bit more on the Giants here. And this one is going to be coming from the legendary Giant himself, Carl Banks. So he had some interesting comments about one of the Giants' best players, Dexter Lawrence. This is from Believe Network, by the way. So we all know the Giants aren't playing well. Well, he's saying Dexter Lawrence, you know what? Giants need to be better. So does Lawrence.
Dexter Lawrence, nobody respects you anymore. Nobody. Your opponents do not. The pre-injury Dexter is not there in their heads. They don't respect you. There's a difference. You're on the field. They're blocking you with a 9-year backup center. You're not making a difference. The old Dexter would. There are a lot of things that go into your performance. Only you know what that is. Whether you're still recovering or not, I'm just telling you now, I'm looking at enough tape to know that your opponents don't respect you. Not like they used to. And here's the thing. When Darius Alexander gets in the game, when Roy Robinson gets in the game and they substitute for you.
DJ Davidson.
Those guys are making plays against the same guys that are blocking you. I'm going to just say this. Again, I don't know the circumstances. It's time for you to start expecting more of yourself. I don't know if you're injured. I don't know if you've fully recovered. But it's time to start asking more of yourself because they don't respect you.
Banks does not hold punches, gentlemen. So,
Damn.
I guess what he's alluding to is maybe some of the stats that kind of surround him. So looking on the year, he's got half a sack. Not a full sack.
It's not
he hasn't had a full sack since week 7 of last year. I know it's not all about the sacks. He's only got, 4 QB hits in 8 games I'm seeing. So he just expects more of one of the star players of the defense. Maybe that's where he's looking.
Well, this was a guy that had 9 sacks and was leading the league and got hurt early on. And sometimes, when you're full, you can't be hungry. And what I'm hearing is something totally different. I'm hearing that the same guys that sub in for you are making plays and you can't make plays, that they don't think you got it anymore, and you're not living up to your contract. That he didn't pull any punches. He said I don't know if you hurt. I don't know if you're still recovering, but this ain't it. Because these same guys that come in and sub for you are making plays against the same people that's blocking you. Ain't nobody doubling you. They blocked you with a 9-year vet. And Dexter Lawrence is equivalent to Haloti Ngata. He's equivalent to Kiesel. Not even Kiesel. Kiesel, he's better than Kiesel. Casey Hampton, but Casey wasn't a pass rusher. But what he's saying is bro, you're not doing nothing. You're supposed to be Chris Jones. You're supposed to be the number Quentin Williams. Even though Quentin Williams, the sacks aren't there, he rates out high. Wow.
Damn.
Wow. That man.
I mean, I gotta say,
that's from the OG. That's from the OG too.
Yeah, Carl does not pull punches, and he's not afraid, and that is a damning statement from Carl Banks.
Man, I need to hear from the Brad. I mean, I know that they're going to go. He called out. He was specific.
Yeah, they don't respect you.
You usually don't hear that from Giants.
No
commentary.
But listen, I've known Carl for a long time. Always says what he thinks. People get mad at him sometimes when they think that he's being overly protective. Yeah. That guy's not overly protective. If you ever needed evidence of it, it was right there. Holy crap.
I'm going to have to call a car. We live in the same town.
CB, what's up? He still owes me a Steelers jacket, like Carl Banks G3.
From his
line.
Starter line?
Yeah, like one of those varsity jackets. How about it? 3X, let's go. Let's go. You know what, Bart? Got something 3X yesterday from Fabletics.
Yeah.
You know what I like?
It was big.
Too big. Gotta send it back.
Yeah, you think it big.
Gotta send it back.
You think I'm chunky.
Gotta send it back. I'm gonna need a 2. I'm gonna need a 2X.
Yeah, let me get a 2X. This is a too big.
Pants I got fit great. Next!
Were the pants also a 3X?
They were a 44-32. Fit very nicely.
Yeah, I don't know if that means 3X, but at any rate.
I don't know if it does either. But
Tom, listen, you messed Tom up with the inseam. You know he don't shop with his inseam. He just got, for them, they got, small, medium, large.
What do you got, Tom shopping in the Husky section at JCPenney?
I'm telling you, man, these new kids, man, they're not specific like that, man. They just, you go to these places, they just say small, medium, large. They don't even tell you what the inseam, usually I need a 40-34 because I'm tall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You hear somebody say, I need a 40-28. Like, damn.
Yeah, the short. There's nothing worse.
You a ball.
There's nothing worse. When I used to go in there, yes, I'd like a 50-30.
Look, but you see what I'm saying? Tom has no idea what we talking about.
There was a time.
It's generational. Tom has no clue what the hell we talking about.
I'm uncultured. I'm sorry.
Tom wears the small pants. What are you, smuggling plums? How you doing? Next.
Smuggling raisins.
Whoa. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. What do you got?
That gives a... At any rate, so we're going to move on here. So this I found interesting because when I think of college athletics, I don't think of decisions that are never based on money. But apparently there's one head coach out there currently at the University of Mississippi who has never made a decision based on money before, and his name is Lane Kiffin, and he proudly told that to Pat McAfee.
I have never made a decision based off of money, nor will I. And
Love that.
For a lot of people, they're just like, well, money, and it does this and does that. I've seen too many examples in life where money does not buy happiness. So I am never going to make a decision off of money, nor do I care about it.
What
that's what happens when you get a bunch of it for coaching.
I would say that's BS. Yeah.
Is that in reference to him going to LSU?
Well, he's going to have his pick now.
Because he's going with my family.
Yeah.
Or maybe I go to Florida State. Oh.
A couple of places here, like LSU,
Penn State,
Florida. I don't think Penn State, but maybe. Here's the point. Lane Kiffin's going to have his choice. He's going to have his choice to go somewhere, and he's going to make a lot of money. And it's easy to say, I don't care about money when you're going to make a lot of money. Yeah. Now, money does not solve all of your problems, but when you do, a lot of them, yeah, for sure, a lot of them. And when you do make a lot of money, it's much easier to say how much you don't care about it. Anyway, next.
I got one more for you. And
that means Lane will be the coach at LSU by next week.
Oh, yeah.
Well, funnily enough, speaking of LSU, hey, they fired their head coach. His name is Brian Kelly. Not a lot of people like him, apparently. And Paul Feinbaum, he was on Get Up. He was asked if it was the right move to fire Kelly.
Absolutely. Not only did they lose on the field, he lost in the locker room. I don't think he had anybody believing him anymore. And he certainly didn't have anybody in the stands believing him because they were all gone by the end of the game. But the most important person that didn't believe in him, interestingly, wasn't his boss, but it was the governor of the state of Louisiana who managed to get in the middle of this because they have an interim president. They had a meeting yesterday. He decided, the group of them decided Kelly had to go. $54 million is a lot of money. Interestingly, Greeny, Scott Woodward, who hired Kelly and allowed him to have that $54 million buyout, also hired Jimbo Fisher at Texas A&M, who got a $76 million buyout.
Now, I had read something today, and I don't know the veracity of it, but that Kelly was not going to necessarily get all $54 million. The school announced that they were still negotiating the terms of the buyout, and there was a report that the school was going to use the morals clause to kind of back them up. Now, I don't know what that means, but the report was he was going to end up somewhere around 20 of the 54. Does that mean he did some things that maybe you can't do? Because if you're not getting that whole 54, and unless you're just trying to buy out your freedom and you don't care, I don't know.
It had to be something. They got him. You know what I mean? Hope it ain't no scandal.
And I would doubt that it was a scandal. I would think that it would, I wouldn't think that it would be a scandal. I would think it would be really rubbing people the wrong way with yelling and that kind of thing. The biggest issue with Brian Kelly is there's the perception that he has never, ever thought that anything was his fault. That he is very good at blaming other people. That's been the perception of it. Is that true? I don't know that. But anyway, very interesting to watch that situation. Very interesting as to who would hire Brian Kelly now at this point. I think he'll get a job because when you look at what happened at LSU, okay, they didn't win the championship, but they won, 34-14 in 4 years? Yeah. So, I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, but they fired people because in their third year they win national championships there.
Yeah, so and they fired guys after they won national championships. Ed Orgeron, a year later they fired him. So anyway, it is amazing that there is this much ability to just toss this money around and get rid of guys, and it's all the boosters. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York app, and, of course, over on YouTube as well. Tullamore Dew, my friends, want to remind you that it is game time. Game time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 7 o'clock tonight, Islanders in Boston to play the Bruins. 8, Knicks, Milwaukee to play the Bucks. Coverage begins 7:30 right here on 880 ESPN. 8 o'clock World Series Game 4, Ohtani pitching, Dodgers and Blue Jays in L.A. You can catch the game on the ESPN New York app. 9 o'clock, Devils in Denver to play the Avalanche. 10, Rangers in Vancouver to play the Canucks. Coverage begins 9:30 on 1050 ESPN. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Still to come next hour, everybody's favorite game show as it ties into the relevance of people today. How much did that guy make? Ooh. That is coming. And it's going to be a Tom Bauer-hosted vehicle. So I get to play today. Dun, 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 looking forward to that. Dun, 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 dun. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Tuesday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Are the Chiefs destined for the Super Bowl again?
Fourth win in 5 games. The Kansas City Chiefs are 5-3 after an 0-2 start.
We just had way more energy in that second half. We executed at a higher level, didn't turn the ball over, and our defense held strong.
And Jeff Passan joins the show at 4 to discuss the World Series. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
All the way over Barzell, score! New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Why do you go to Princeton Longevity Center?
We go to Princeton Longevity Center because my husband's cardiologist told him having this exam saved his life.
Because somehow 20 turned into 40, and now I need to take my health more seriously. The Princeton Longevity Center designed a program to keep me healthy and active, so 50 and 60 will be no sweat.
Because even though my cholesterol is high, it turned out my arteries are clear. That's a big relief.
Whether you want to make the most of your future years or just want peace of mind, you need the Princeton Longevity Center. Their comprehensive preventive exam combines the latest technology with caring experts to create your personal plan for staying well.
Because I shouldn't have to wait an hour for a 10-minute physical. I go to Princeton Longevity Center because I get everything done in one day and take my results home with me.
Find out why you need Princeton Longevity. Call 888-8000-PLC or go to PrincetonLongevityCenter.com. Call 888-8000-PLC. That's 888-8000-PLC.
YouTube TV customers, you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Tire Care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees, and it should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee. Included with every tire purchase with paid installation, you'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for Tire Care. That's a limited lifetime tire guarantee only at Midas.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
On the YouTube page, ESPN New York, go there, leave your comments. I put up the little poll just a little while ago, or our guys from ESPN New York did. How many of the Giant fans believe that they have their quarterback for the future in Jackson Dart after just 5 games? 76% are ready. 76%.
That's damn near a B.
Everybody's just got to calm down. Like, it's been good, and I want everybody to be excited.
Maybe you need to wake up.
It's not wake up. It's just I try to look at things in a fair and balanced way. Bart, fair and balanced, that's the way I look at things. It's a shame that no other network has ever taken that as a nice way to express themselves and as a motto, fair and balanced. Nobody's ever done that.
I'm just saying, man, use other examples.
Well, I'll think about it while you're telling us about our friends from Sandwell.
Well, absolutely. Let me go and pull that up right after my phone.
You
sound like Uncle Fester, like on the Addams Family.
You put a light bulb in my mouth. You can't tell the difference.
This fall, don't sit on the sidelines because of pain. If you're just tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck pain, back pain, joint pain, and you're missing out on the things you love, it's time for you to take action. Call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain, Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing, getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided procedures that delivers real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will design a personalized, non-surgical game plan just for you without any pain medication. Same-day or next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most insurances are accepted. So what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the game and out of the action this season. Visit SandwellPain.com, text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. J. Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
Hey, quick question for you. Mm-hmm. We are having an ESPN New York candy draft, right? And so you and I.
You already know.
Well, we went number 1 already. Okay? So we picked. We had the number 1 pick. And we went with Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I mean,
of course.
It's the safest pick. I don't think there's anything else that I would look at and say that's where we have to go. We're back on the clock here, so to speak. And I need to tell you what has been taken. Okay. So I need to figure out exactly where we're going. Dave and Rick, second pick, took Snickers.
Yep.
Grassa.
Many Snickers, yeah.
Grassa took Mounds. Grassa took Twix.
Okay. Okay.
Michael took Mounds. Like, what are we doing?
Oh, my God. Only he would take on some coconut.
Fourth pick. They're acting like he's playing chess while we're all playing checkers here. Please.
Wow.
DHR, with the last pick, went peanut M&Ms, and they backed it up with Kit Kat. It's kind of a snake draft where you circle back around. Right?
Okay.
Because they go.
Okay, now they get to go first.
Because they go 1 through 6 and then 6 through 12, right?
Yeah.
Back the other way. So they took peanut M&Ms. Then they got Kit Kat. Kay took Nestle's Crunch. Grassa, Reese's Pieces. Dave and Rick, Hershey Bar. Now, I'm assuming that the Hershey Bar is the one without the almonds.
Right.
I'm assuming that's a
They got
plain
the new one, though.
So you and I have back-to-back picks here. Now, I'm going to run a couple of things past you, and you tell me what you're thinking here. Number one, Butterfinger.
Yeah, that Butterfinger is solid.
And I have
my Butterfinger.
I have what might be some information that would lead me to believe Milky Way.
They come in the little ones.
Yep.
They come in a variety pack.
Milky Way hasn't been taken yet.
Yeah, people love Milky Way that put it in a freezer. I've never done that, but Milky Way put it in the freezer. I mean, eventually we're going to get down to payday. Nobody wants that.
How do you feel about the $100,000 bar?
Quit playing. I rock with those.
See, I kind of do, too.
That's old school. It's got the little Rice Krispie, pops in it.
All caramel inside with the chocolate. I kind of think that we're going to go with the $100,000 bar right after. Actually, just to really tick them off, let's go with the $100,000 bar first, and then take Butterfinger right before
they can pick it.
Yes, right before they pick. So let's do that. Okay. All right, so that's our pick. We're going with the $100,000 bar and then a Butterfinger, hopefully to screw over Dave and Rick. There you go. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. We should have traded in front like Belichick did to screw the Jets. All right. We've got calls. We've got Giant stuff. We've got how much did that guy make? We've got everything. Bart's going to go topless the rest of the show. All of it for you on ESPN New York.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same-day or next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
All your favorite NBA players are back, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. With more markets open for more of the game, DraftKings, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is live when others aren't. New customers, bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass. Plus, score $300 if your bet wins, paid in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass, plus get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN suite. Catching the action alongside me, Peter Rosenberg. Through November 7th, listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night. Bud Light is the official beer of UFC, so make your move now on the ESPN New York app. Must be 21 and over. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Harry Douglas here.
Fellas, it's time to step up your grooming game. Manscaped just leveled up with the Lawnmower 5 and the Chairman Plus, two powerhouses built for unmatched precision, comfort, and control. Whether you're cleaning up before a night out, preparing for a big meeting, or getting ready for a game day, Manscaped has the tools to help you look and feel your absolute best. These aren't just old school clippers. They're engineered for modern men who take pride in their daily routine. So upgrade your grooming gear and experience the difference. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
That's right. It is noon o'clock on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app and on YouTube, where you can go watch the show, interact with us. We will get some of your comments in, including so many chiming in on the cookies, or rather on the candy and the top candy. I mean, these people with their candy corn crap. I mean, candy corn's just freaking disgusting, but we don't need to have that discussion. That's an annual Halloween hack radio bit that just doesn't need to be done again. It's disgusting. Meanwhile, this bit never gets tired. It's noon, so what does that mean?
It's the power hour, 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 hour. Victory Tuesdays.
Look at you.
Hour in the whole floor. It's like, what the hell is going on?
Look at you. Look at
I'm in a different office. You see, I'm not in the studio. They got me in the interrogation room.
Is Darren Bougie going to come in there any minute and start talking to agents? I don't know.
Hey, I can see pending prospects walking by.
Guys who are out there to get checked out for today, and maybe they get signed.
Like, hey, you can try out during the bye week. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see what you got. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. We've had a lot of discussion regarding last night, the 18-inning World Series game, and just the greatness that we are seeing, even though we don't particularly care about the teams that are really participating in it. I do.
It actually hurts. Like I don't know. What does Yankee fans want?
I heard Canty talking.
Both ways.
So I heard Canty talking this morning on Sportsmanlike, and I really disagree with him because he's so anti-Toronto right now and wants everything bad to happen to Toronto because they beat the Yankees. Like, if I were the Yankees, there's another little level of justification if you win. Or if Toronto wins, it's look who we lost to. Last year we lost to the world champions, and this year we lost to, well, the world champions. So maybe it wasn't all that bad that we lost when we did. I'd be rooting for Toronto in all of this.
Yeah, but then you got to see them.
What is amazing to me is that the Dodgers have not become the level of villains that we used to see out of the Yankees. Because what the Dodgers do compared to what the Yankees used to do in spending just blows it away. It absolutely blows it away. The Yankees used to turn and blow everybody away in the rest of baseball. Now the Dodgers are doing that when they bring in the players that they do from overseas, in addition to bringing in Ohtani and doing that on a deferred contract so they can make it look good. But still, eventually they're going to have to pay out that money. And they can do it because Ohtani's making all the money off the field that he does. I am shocked that the Dodgers are not a bigger villain than they are because people enjoy watching Ohtani play.
It's funny because it's like they paying guys with IRAs. Like, don't worry, we're just going to hold your money for 30 years and we'll give it to you in 30 years.
Yeah. Something tells me that the Dodgers are never going to feel the way about Ohtani the way the Met fans feel about Bobby Bonilla.
I mean, yeah, right. But I tell you what, I wonder how like people are looking at the fact that he's getting paid like so late in the process, and like, let's see if it's got any Steve Ballmer. Like, I secured you $100 million off the field. You'll get that every year, and then I'll give you your real money later.
Next thing you know, he's off planting trees somewhere like he's supposed to be.
It's one tree.
And he didn't even do it on camera.
Right. They got a stunt double, like dropping the dirt inside the hole. Like, hey, Ohtani don't do no shovels. We don't do no shovels, dog.
David and Elizabeth, he's up on ESPN New York. What's up, Dave?
What up, fellas? Yo, I got a lot to say to y'all, so I'm going to say all of it real fast, real quick. Number one, the top 3 candy bars. Butterfinger, M&M's Peanuts, the king-size bag, and last but not least, Snickers. I also want to say this.
Did you say the king-size bag? This is Halloween, brother. We got to do minis.
Nah,
you handing out king-size bags? What's your address? We pulling up.
I'll tell you, you know.
Nah, go ahead, big fella. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, so apparently Mangold lived in the same town that I grew up in.
Yeah.
In New Jersey.
Yeah.
And I saw a post yesterday, like I'm on a Facebook group from that town, and it said, used to give out the full-size candy bars at Halloween. And that does not shock me about Nick Mangold.
That's because his hand's so damn big. Like, he probably couldn't even pick out a little one.
Oh, yeah.
I can't pick this up. I need some tweezers.
We need the king size, John. Pause.
You got to go to the right neighborhoods. You know the deal.
Oh, yeah. Nah, what I do is I take the girls to Colonia and Woodbridge. Like, that's my old, that's one of my old stomping grounds. So I take them there. Real good environment, real good. All the kids are friendly. So I take the girls there.
Gotcha.
Yep. So let me get into sports, gentlemen. So look, as far as there's a cut, you guys might have it, and you should play it after, hopefully. Alex Smith said something about Woody Johnson the other day, and I'm in lockstep with him. 100%. When you guys play that, you guys will talk about it. Another thing I want to say is this. Justin Fields played an incredible and great game. And not for nothing, like you see, when you're calling plays that are kind of like suited in his strength, you see what he can do. I'm not saying that he's box office and he's going to save us and all that. No, he played a great game. Also, a lot of people are giving my man Tanner Engstrand a lot of, flack, right? But it's funny. He called the same play that he beat us with in 22. Bart, I'm pretty sure you and Baldy looked at that play the other day, and you see the work to perfection again. Tanner know what he's doing, man. We just need, like you two gentlemen have been saying, the right quarterback, the right people in charge. Again, like what Bart's been saying, it's not about draft pick numbers. It's about who could pick out. Yep, that's him. The guy behind the third guy right there, that's him. That's the guy we draft. Last but not least, we need to play a real good game against Giannis tonight. Wish that he was playing with us, but we just need to put our best foot forward.
He
this time next year he might be.
Or before that, if Cat keeps complaining about his role, well, you know what? You don't like this role? Go get you another role.
If Cat's going to be that guy during this season when they're trying to get to the next level, honestly, I don't have it for him. I really don't.
But here's the crazy thing, though. Like for him, and it's kind of difficult. He's up for an extension in a little bit. Like $60+ million. They're not paying him that.
No.
Would you pay him that when you can just go get Giannis and pay Giannis that?
No, I would try to make the deal to get Giannis. I would do everything I could.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the elephant in the room is the fact that he's up like next year or this year for an extension.
I believe
I think that
eligible.
extension is like $60 million.
I believe he's eligible for the extension after this season.
But the problem is after that, Brunson's up.
Yeah,
and Brunson gave back $150 million. So we're gonna have a spending problem here with the Knicks in pretty soon. That's why I don't know why they paid Bridges.
I'm just checking Karl Anthony Towns' contract right now. He signed 4 years, $220 at the end of 22. He has.
All right, it's 2026.
All right, so right now for this year he's making 53. Next year he's making 57, and then he's got a player option for 27, 28.
You know he's taking that.
So he's eligible for a contract extension after this year.
Right.
So
now, would you want to give him an extension, or you want to try and get Giannis?
I want to try to get Giannis.
Right.
That's not even a question.
So you don't think he know that he would trade himself for Giannis?
Yeah, listen. I get it, and he may want to get his way out. Is maybe the easier way of getting his way out to try to do the right things as opposed to forcing his way out?
It's not that. I don't know if he's forcing his way out. He's given a new role. He played like an MVP early on in the year last year, And now he's been asked to do something different, and he not feeling it. What did he have, like, the other day? What, he had, like, 15 points?
You finishing with you talk about the opening night, or you're talking about a couple days after? I think
couple days other.
Yeah,
like
I think he had 15 the other night. He had 19-11 opening night. Ron in Rockland is next on ESPN New York. Ron, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Carlin, you were hitting the nail right on the head. It's all about Shohei. I can't wait till 8 o'clock. So pumped up. And I want to thank you guys for keeping it light throughout the day. Keep my day good. Thank you, fellas.
I appreciate that, Ron.
Our pleasure. We don't have the ability to go deep, so light it is. Light roast.
Up next, Bart, let's talk Gaza. We're
straight light roast.
Talk about stay in your lane. You never have to worry about us veering out of the lane. That much. That much, at least. How about Vinny in Staten Island up next on ESPN New York? Vincenz, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, Carlin? Carlin, I agree with you 1,000% on the Jackson Dart take. Before I get to the Jets, Jackson Dart has won 2 games, and they're making him out to be. Once with Dable never adjusts his play calling, and he gets quarterbacks killed like he almost got Daniel Jones killed. Now, getting to the Jets, stay with Justin Fields. Do not draft another quarterback.
What?
Your core, Breece Hall.
Oh, Vinny.
Let me finish, Bart. Breece Hall's 24. Garrett Wilson's 24. Braylon Allen's 21. Isaiah Davis is 23. These guys, Mason Taylor's 21. See what Justin Fields can do. Okay? If he can string 3 or 4 good games together, get yourself a really good offensive coordinator. What are they going to do?
They got one.
Quarterback?
They got one. They got a good offensive coordinator.
You got to stick. You have to stick with the quarterback.
No, you don't. Ain't nobody stuck with him.
C.J. Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert. They ain't turning the world on fire.
Yeah, and they're about to give up on those guys. At least on Lawrence. They're not far away.
They're not giving up on these guys.
You watch if we're talking about Trevor Lawrence this offseason going somewhere else.
Vinny, this dude has been in the league 5 years.
Yes, and he got the shaft last year. He was 4-2 at Pittsburgh. And
was he 4-2, or was that defense playing out of his mind?
Nah, that defense stinks. That defense overrated.
Not last year.
Yeah, now they do.
Man, how quickly we forget.
Ben.
I mean, like, he gonna have the rest of the year, and you'll see he's had these type of games where he's had a good game and then he don't have a good game. He was going against the 31st defense in the NFL. That means there's one team that's rated worse than them in defense.
Here's what I'd like you to do. I don't know if you have one, whether it's a computer or whatever, but I'd like you to go out, whether it's your local Best Buy or whatever, pick up a nice big screen TV. Then you get yourself, whether it's YouTube TV or whatever, although we got the whole ESPN thing, so I'd hold off on the YouTube TV for the moment. Make sure we get that ironed out.
Yeah, go to Buffalo Wild Wings and see your games.
Go get yourself just a nice TV and a nice provider and throw on a game and watch a Jet game. Because I don't know that you have. Because if you had, there is no way that you would be making the case for Justin Fields to be the Jets' long-term answer. To actually come on the air and say,
long-term, don't draft
the Jets don't have a quarterback problem. That's what you said. Bart, I don't have a weight problem. Not at all. I'm perfectly healthy right here. And I think if I ride this out, I'm going to make it till at least 56.
Yeah, the rest of y'all will catch up. Don't worry. Y'all just underweight.
Oh my God. Jose, he is in Austin, Texas, listening on the ESPN New York app. Jose.
Good afternoon, fellas. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to get a W, especially since I was in Cincinnati for the Jet game. Great vibes.
Well done.
Awesome.
Did you get some Skylark chili? Did you get some Skylark chili?
Actually, I did not. I heard about it from Carter's Corner, but didn't make it out there.
Yeah, no. If you had heard about
Ready
Skyline
juice and
chili,
kidney beans.
Yeah, if you had heard about Skyline chili from me, you would have heard not to go. So you're do the right thing because your flight home would have been one of those flight homes that we heard about on the news.
Oh no! Oh, thank gosh, then. But I actually wanted to talk about the Giants. I personally do think that if the organization believes in Dart, they have to keep Dable. And I do not like Dable. The way he treated Daniel Jones, I just lost respect for him as a person. But you see how this guy goes. He's going in blue tents. He's sacrificing his whole integrity and all that good stuff. If you bring someone in you don't know, you're iffy, they can move on from him, all that good stuff. And so as much as I hate Dable personally because I just think he's not a good human, no one's going to be more invested in Dart's success than Brian Dable and Joe Shane.
What if Cliff Kingsbury? That's going to be the natural thing. Cliff Kingsbury and how he called the game against the Chiefs last night was masterful. Like Mariota couldn't come through in a couple places, but that's going to be out there. And maybe Lane Kiffin wants to come back to the pro. I mean, I know he has his choice collegiately, but he was in the league before.
Stefanski, Kingsbury, and Kiffin are the only people. And hey, listen, if they don't want Dart, I'll take him as a Jet fan. I'll gladly take him. He's a proven commodity, still on that rookie contract. And you guys spoke about it earlier. That guy has culture, right? He's got it. And I think Dart is a guy, and they'll just continue proving. And they should have won the Denver game. They should have, they could have won.
Yeah,
he's got talent. He's pulling his thing too. Because Cam Ward, as much as he's a good quarterback, but he's not elevating those guys. And to that point, right, Carlin, you said it earlier, right?
Yeah, I
elevated.
I think Cam Ward is actually playing reasonably well despite who he's got, at least over the last couple of games, because you can see the throws that he makes and you can see it in there. And I didn't sit there the other day watching Cam Ward saying, what is he looking at? I think he's still processing the field, but it doesn't look like Justin Fields to me. It looks like he has a much better clue than that. So I don't really get too wound up on that front. I really don't. Let's hit, who's next? It's D in Queens. The great D. Up next on ESPN New York. D, what do you got?
All right, we'll get to the football in a second, but I want to get to the Major League Baseball. They stink. You know why they stink?
Why?
Because Matt Barnes and, what's the name? Jackson. Are doing more for baseball. They're doing more for baseball than Major League Baseball. Those stories they have are better than anything in baseball does. Ohtani had two of the most legendary playoff games ever. Him and Aaron Judge, plural, both of them, right? Could walk New York and the amount of people who wouldn't even know who they are is crazy. Just because they tall, people would say, is that an athlete? But they wouldn't even know who they are. That's how bad baseball is.
Marketing their stars.
I don't know if that's true about Aaron Judge or Ohtani. But yes, they're tall, they're big. I understand what you're saying.
Let's say Vlad Guerrero.
Yeah.
Guerrero's the guy.
No one would know who he is. No one would know who these people are. That's baseball's just terrible. And I want to get to football in a second.
Bobby Witt Jr., that's the guy I would point to. Nobody would know who Bobby Witt Jr. is.
Exactly. Baseball stinks.
The problem is they run into...
All the smoke is doing better. The smoke is doing better than Major League Baseball. In baseball. That's crazy to me.
The problem is, I think there's two problems here. I always wonder about Rob Manfred, how much he actually wants to promote the players. You know what I mean, Bart?
Players versus product.
Yeah. Like the product will be here as long as we supply any players.
We don't make them studs. Like Cooper Flagg is going to be the great white hope. He's going to get all these marketing deals. He's going to be on the face of a lot of stuff. They don't market their stars, especially the American ones. Like back in the day, it was easy because a lot of the stars were American. Whether you talk about CeCe Sabathia, you talk about Barry Bonds, you talk about Derek Jeter, it was a lot more of the stars were homegrown guys, so they could be rooted for. But now they don't do a good enough job. You know what I mean? Vlad Guerrero's a superstar. I mean, he's Mr. Canada. But if he walked down the street, I would think it was like Willie Colon's cousin.
I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Were you clipping your nails there?
Huh?
Were you clipping your nails there a minute ago?
Yeah, you heard that?
Yes, I heard that.
Man,
you can't be doing that.
Bro,
You're clipping your nails in somebody's office over at Jet's facility?
No, this is an empty office. This is abandoned. See, look.
What is that?
It's abandoned.
What do you mean it's abandoned?
It's like this is no office, nothing in here. This is
it's abandoned.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. You'll remember a few months ago, there was a little bit of a controversy about people clipping their nails in this office, and I have to tell you, And in this control room studio,
Yeah.
I have to tell you, this does not bode well for you when that mystery was not uncovered, and I'm seeing this.
No, this is home for me.
Okay.
Like, so this is I take my shoes off, I walk around with barefoot. You know what I'm saying? Just the crib.
So you go over there and you sit in meetings and you clip your toenails?
I go ahead, bro. They will clip them for you. They can put some icy hot, some balm on me. They'll put me in the hot tub. They come and rub me down. Give me some electric stim.
I get it, but
I can still get treatment over here. I can go work out right now.
But when I hear that clipping, I mean, I defended you to no end in this studio.
And you were correct.
This does not look good. This is like me, you were accused of murder, and I'm like, there's no way Bart could ever do that. No chance.
Then you see a bloody rag in the back.
I'm watching you stab somebody else. That's what this is like right now. I think we just solved the case.
No,
I don't want to do that.
No, I got very
Don't
unique
tell me
fingernails.
there's not a Santa Claus.
I got very unique nails.
What
You
does
see
that mean?
I have a curved bed.
You have
see
a
it?
curved nail bed? I can't see
Yeah.
anything right now.
You see how it comes down?
Is it on your fingernails or on your toenails? that you were
No,
clipping?
all my nails. Like if you go to the side, you look at the 3D version of it. See how
Yeah.
it goes down?
Oh,
See how
okay.
my fingers go down?
It doesn't make it any more.
So if it was my nails,
easy.
you can see. You can tell my nails.
Okay, but it's still a little bit alarming.
Nah, man. Believe in me, Carlin. It wasn't me.
I mean, let me. We heard this controversy a couple of months ago, and your former partner was the one who brought it up because it was either him or Grassa who saw the nails on the ground first. And when I'm defending you, but then I see this, it raises an antenna. Tom, am I wrong to now all of a sudden have changed my suspect list?
No, don't change the suspect list. I'm telling you, you know me. If I tell you I ain't do it, I ain't do it. You know what
Bart,
I'm
I
saying?
love you, but the evidence isn't like in your favor right now.
I mean,
hold up. You don't think nobody else clips their fingernails?
Didn't say that, but we've never seen anybody actually do it. Ray, your unbiased evaluation of this situation.
I don't know that anybody else is clipping their nails in public like that.
I've got my tweezers. I mean, listen,
I didn't
I'm
say
at
you
home.
didn't have the tools. I said nobody's doing it.
Oh, man. There's a
Right.
lot of people chiming in on the YouTube chat right now saying Nailgate solved.
No, this is home. Listen, let me tell you something. It's never that easy. It's never that direct.
Jersey Guano, bruh, Bart, stop capping. Oh.
I promise you, man.
Bart using the Shaggy defense.
I promise
It wasn't
you
me.
It wasn't me, man. I promise you. See, when I come over here, this the crib. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it. I get it.
When I go there, that's work.
But what it also you're working there too today.
And no, but hold up. Here's another thing, right, Chris? I work there every day with you. Whenever I'm there, you there.
Yeah.
Right?
And I've
When
never seen you do it here, so that's why.
When have I ever come in early?
Never.
Okay. When have I ever stayed there late?
Never.
I beat you. You beat me in. I beat you out. Right.
Your lack of commitment is your defense.
Right. You've never seen me there early. Anybody knows that when Bart comes, he is sitting right in front of the TV with his breakfast sandwich.
Yes.
And they know that as soon as it be 56 and I'm starting to wrap my computer up and start folding my power sources.
Wow.
So if I would have did it, it would have been in front of you, because I'm never not in front of you in the studio.
This is true. You're always in front of me, and I have to say that I have never personally seen it.
Right. So now,
Did it happen once when I slipped out and went to the bathroom for 5 minutes?
I can't get 5 of them that quick unless you was going to take a poop season. We don't have breaks that long.
I know. And doing that in the office is something that I try to avoid.
Exactly.
I don't know, man.
Just like me clipping my nails in the office is a void. This is home.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, listen, when I finish and leave here, I'm going to get my meals that Chef Marcus made for me for the week with my jerk chicken, with all my stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? This is my house. I might even go down there and get a massage, man.
Are you going to go start getting manscaped right now?
I will. I do it in the locker room.
I don't know, man.
I ain't trying to
like you might do it in the office.
I ain't trying to pick up butt hair at my place. You know what I'm saying?
Bart Carlin. Sounds really, really sketchy. ESPN New York.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
YouTube TV customers, you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, the NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
Paying extra for tire care is BS. You know, bad service. So at Midas, we're rolling out our BS-free tire guarantee, included with paid installation and tax on every purchase. You'll pay nothing for flat replacements, nada for flat repairs, and zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles. That's $0 for all that. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the BS-free tire guarantee, only at Midas.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
When they get the stop there and the game is over, it's that moment where you just kind of laugh like it finally happened. They finally won a game. Madness. And then you look at Fields and go, where the hell has this been? And maybe that's the problem, is his ceiling and his floor. There's such a huge gap between them. And the problem is he never plays in the middle.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York. And streaming live on YouTube.
All right. It wasn't me. That's Bart's theme right now. That's the theme. Michael, by the way, Michael just walked in. I don't want to put you on the air this second. Just know, remember the whole Nailgate thing where somebody had clipped their toenails a few weeks back? Bart was just now on the air clipping his toenails at the Jets facility. We think it might be him. If you want to come back later and interrogate, you're more than welcome before his show. Michael's here today.
First of all, Michael, you know me better than that. I'm a man of my word. Mike, I did it because I'm at home. I'm not at a place of work. This is a place where I still get massages, shave my chest.
It sounds like
get in the hot tub.
Once you play for an NFL team, that is your permanent spa.
Yes, bro.
Are you allowed to do that, or is it just like, oh, Bart's here, or are you that guy that just keeps coming back?
They keep giving me money.
I know.
So, like, not only do I get to come back and indulge,
but they're paying you.
They still pay me money.
Well, that's what happens when you're a great player here. When you're a great player here, you've always got the hookup. I love it. But I don't think Johnny Lamb Jones is walking through that door and getting any kind of massage right now, or Johnny Hector.
Well, not all players have the access. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how good you were when you were here.
No, let's see. Who would be the ham and egger who was there when you were there, and if he could walk in the door? I know you don't want to say it about any of your teammates.
Hackenberg?
I don't think Christian Hackenberg's allowed there. I don't know if Christian Hackenberg's allowed in Florham Park.
Denied.
He certainly may not be allowed at Penn State these days.
Calvin Pryor.
Yeah. Kerry Rhodes. Nah, maybe not.
Nah. Kerry can get in. Kerry put in work. D. Milliner.
Yeah, Kerry put in work going out of his way to not make those tackles. D. Milner, exactly. Vernon Golston's not going to be walking around there. Put it that way.
And Vernon still lives around here, brother.
He does?
Yeah, I've run into him every once in a while. Like, he be so low-key, you don't see Vernon around here somewhere.
Well, Bart, it is now the time to play one of your favorite games. And it is, of course, how much did that guy make?
Show me the money!
It's time to play How Much Did That Guy Make?
It is presented by Amazon Pickup. Here are the rules. We are going to give you the athlete, and you have to tell us in his career how much that guy made. Now, when I say you, I mean myself, Bart, and Ray Dinahan, because Tom Bauer is hosting How Much Did That Guy Make for a little change. So now I am getting challenged as opposed to challenging people.
I feel judged by Tom.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, you should feel judged because you were just found guilty of a crime you may have committed.
Listen, Bart, there's no due process in here,
I deserve
okay?
my due process.
All right, let's go. Tom, have at it. And by the way, even though we're playing the Price is Right music, it is not Price is Right rules. It is closest to the actual number, but you can go over. It's just by the math who is closest. Tom, go.
All right, gentlemen, we are going to be starting off with the man who hit the walk-off home run last night in the 18th inning of Game 3 of the 2025 World Series. That, of course, is Freddie Freeman. How much did that guy make? We're going to start with Chris.
I'm going to say Freddie Freeman has made $220 million.
220. Interesting number. That's
First of all,
a very interesting number.
You didn't give enough information. How long has he been in a professional?
You really want me to do the whole runaround here?
Yeah, that's usually how the game goes.
It's actually,
how can I do the math?
Do we really want you to be professional? Yeah, it would be a nice little change of pace.
All right. Yeah, excuse the host for not knowing how the own rules of his game
Yeah, we've
work.
only played it, 100 times, so that's fine.
Yeah. I don't want to hear that.
Well, let Ray. Why are you looking it up? Why don't you let Ray answer? Because I'm sure he knows how long Freddie Freeman's been
I can tell you he's been playing since 2010. That was official.
okay,
He played 20 games then. 2011 was his technical rookie year.
Thank you. So 15 years, 14 years. Okay, makes sense.
I'm saying $220 million. What are you saying?
Oh, I'm saying 260.
260 for Bart. Ray?
I'm going to go a little under and say 180.
180. Now, what's interesting here is remember that Freddie did not get the number he wanted from Atlanta, and he signed a contract that was deferred and such, but I don't know how much that factors in here with the Dodgers. What is the answer? How much has Freddie Freeman made?
Freddie Freeman has made $198.7 million.
Oh,
Ray Dinahan.
You got me by
Scores
about
first.
$3 million in there.
Ray
Wow, I overshot it.
Now,
I just assume baseball players make so much more money.
Well, he will be making a lot more money because after his current deal ends, Bart would have been the closest at 260. He would end up making 285 after the current deal plus deferments.
This is
so that's 2050.
Yeah, this is through 2025. Okay, through the current time.
Yes,
All
only
right.
through current time.
Ray, 1-0.
Next up, the running back who moved into 5th place all-time in rushing touchdowns this weekend, Derrick Henry of the Baltimore Ravens. How much did that guy make, Bart?
So I'm setting the tempo. I'm going to say Derrick Henry, he was on a cheap deal, when $8 million for the Ravens, minus 2 times pi. I would say he made $55 million.
55 for
I like
Bart.
the way how you kind of stall to try and get a good number.
Ray.
That's the area I was thinking, but I will go a little bit higher, and I'll say 65.
65. Okay.
55. 65. Chris.
And I will go 75 because I think it's a little bit higher than that. I think it's even higher than 75, but I'm going 75.
Well.
He's only 30.
Chris would be right. He has made $81.4 million.
Woo! That's right.
Damn.
That's right.
You got to get the numbers a little bit better here, Bart.
That's right. He's been here 10 years.
Let's go, NFL guy. Come on.
All right.
Get your act together.
I know he got $8 million for the Ravens.
Next.
Now, this one could be a little bit of a trickier one because he hasn't played nearly as long as Derrick Henry, but another NFL guy who keeps playing his way up the MVP charts this year. Chris Carlin just witnessed him, Jonathan Taylor. And we are going to be starting with Ray Dinahan.
Jonathan Taylor had to hold out to get paid. I'm going to say $25 million.
Jonathan Taylor, to this point, I'm going to say has made $54 million.
54, an interesting number. Bart Scott.
So I'm going to go $48 million. The reason I'm going $48 million is because he just signed a deal, and the new number is like $12 million. So him and Jacobs was in the same beef. So that means that he at least got 24 out of the last 2 years inside of that deal. He was hurt last year. Then if his rookie deal was anything like $20 million, I think he was a first-round draft pick, it probably would have been $20 million. So I'm going to say $48 million.
All right, so Bart's at 48, Ray's at 25, I'm at 54. What do we got?
The number, Bart would have been close had it been next year. Jonathan Taylor, $39.5 million.
That's it?
That is it.
But Bart still wins that.
Yeah, I'm only.
Oh, yeah, I guess we are counting over. So, yeah, Bart wins.
Yeah.
The hell you talk, bro? You trying to make me lose on purpose, man. See, Tom, you bias against me, man.
See, now this is what it always is. It's never that you could have possibly not been right. It's always people have it in for you.
Yeah, he got it in for the skinny guy.
No, what?
$39.5 million. That's lower than I would have expected. But, Bart, we're all tied at 1.
Yeah, what's really doing it is I just don't know the rules to our own game.
Yeah, that's great.
That's because you're usually playing. You never hosting.
What else you got?
You know, that's a great point. I've got one more for you guys, and this is going to be the tiebreaker.
Yep.
And now, I will preface, we only have numbers through 2012 through 2025 on this guy.
How much has Michael K made?
No, but that would be a great game to play.
Yeah.
A lot.
Brian Kelly, just fired from LSU. We are not counting the deal the amount that is still owed. He's still owed $54 million.
So minus $54 million.
How much has he made, Chris Carlin?
Between Notre Dame, Cincinnati.
No, we are just counting since 2012 because those are the numbers I could pull up. So that was
Notre
his
Dame.
third year at Notre Dame.
So that's that was his third year at Notre Dame? Okay, since 2012, Brian Kelly, up until this year, has made $89 million.
89 from Chris. Bart?
So we're talking about 2026, that's 14 years?
2012 to 25, somewhere in that ballpark.
So he probably was making like 8 to 9 with Notre Dame, so that's times like 6. That's 48. And then he's been at LSU for 3 years. Probably was making 9. That's 27. 48, 27, 5 carried to 1, 7. Yeah, I would probably – what did Chris say?
I said 89, and I forgot to take into account that Notre Dame is notoriously cheap.
Yeah. So I'm sitting at
You're welcome.
I'm sitting at 75.
Bart's at 75. Ray Dinahan.
Notre Dame is very generous. I'm going to say $60 million.
$60 million.
They saved his soul.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, we do have a winner. Somebody was actually pretty close to the number. And unless my numbers from USA Today are wrong, Notre Dame is cheap. Because Brian Kelly has made $57.6 million.
I told you.
Ray Dinahan with the W.
Wow. Notre Dame is always cheap. The problem with Notre Dame is they think they're Notre Dame.
What they saying that you're stealing from Jesus, stealing from the church.
Hey, they say you should be lucky to be the head coach at Notre Dame. You'll get every other endorsement and every other thing that you can. That's the problem.
Do you get
my people,
crackers?
my Irish Catholic people, don't always, we
they
we need to pony up a little more sometimes.
They told him he got to give his tithes and offerings. Render to Caesar what is Caesar's.
Yeah. Well, Brian Kelly, he's gonna So let's say he may only end up getting. I told you he might only end up with 20 out of that 54 from what I was reading.
Oh, I feel so. Is that tax free?
How's he going to put it together?
Is that tax free?
I don't believe so.
I want to give back to my family.
Bart Carlin, 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. Is Bart now guilty based on the fact of us seeing him clip his toenails?
You didn't see nothing. First of all, why are you saying toenails?
All right, well,
see
nails.
how y'all see what y'all see? See?
All right, well, I heard it. I know what I heard.
Oh, you heard
know what I heard.
So what you saying, it sounded like it was so thick that it had to be a toenail?
That clip sounded like it was doing work.
Splash.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
I'm here with my family.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
This October, the only thing scarier than missing the game is missing out on a brand new Kia. At Kia City of the Bronx, 3505 Connor Street is where the ghosts of old rides get traded in and new legends are born. They've got a monster lineup of new Kias that'll take you from tailgates to haunted houses in style. Visit KiaCity.com or call 646-917-7955. Don't get spooked, get moving. Kia City of the Bronx, where Halloween meets horsepower.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Bet 360. 888-866-5365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Claire. She loves her motorcycle, and she's learned to love the insects she encounters on her rides. She may not know the difference between a gnat and a mosquito at 55 miles per hour, but she does know one thing. It's always gross when one flies into her mouth. But she's so used to it that it's weird when it doesn't happen. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back with comprehensive and collision coverage from America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on September 24, 2016, when Tulsa found themselves down 31-0 to Fresno State with 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Tulsa fought back to tie the game at 41. And then won 48-41 in double overtime.
ServPro. Like it never even happened.
The city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports. ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
So you're saying you didn't do it?
It wasn't me.
All right. Matthew in Valley Stream apparently agrees with you and wants to clear your good name. Here he is. Matthew, what's up?
Yeah, I wanted to say that Bart and you were at a golf outing that day in which it happened. So it'd be diabolical for him to clip his nails and bring them into the studio if he did it.
Alibi. See, we didn't even go there. We went straight to the golf tournament. See what I'm saying, Chris?
No, I know.
I can't believe you. How dare you, Chris?
So, yeah, they weren't even in studio.
No, I understand. I had forgotten that, frankly. So, all right, so you claim that to be your alibi. You know what? I'm sorry. I don't care. He's sitting in here. You got to come on the air here, Michael. Got to come on the air. Yeah, you. Matthew, thanks for the call.
Oh, so we're just going to dismiss what Matthew said.
No, I'm not dismissing it. I'm going to include it in everything. I'm going to present all the evidence to Michael and see where he is on this whole thing. Because he has to do 2 hours alone, and why not ask him to kill some more time with us? So here's the issue. I know you heard me before say it. Last hour, Bart is over at the Jets. I heard him clipping his nails.
You sure that wasn't Woody clipping his nails? Are you sure it was Bart?
I'm pretty sure it was Bart.
All right.
Pretty sure it was.
Me and Woody can give each other manicures and pedicures.
That's Ambassador Johnson.
This is the first time where the beard is really coming distinct right here. I like that. Yeah, now that's a beard, baby.
Yeah, you're going to be looking like Don before you know it.
You know what? I can only hope.
So I heard him clipping his nails, and it's
But
clear.
did you see him clipping his nails?
He then said, "Are you?" When I asked him,
right,
he kind of lifted up and said, "Yeah, see, he's showing up his hand." Okay. So if you're clipping your nails, and we had that whole Nailgate thing here a few weeks ago, and he was not implicated in it, but certainly people were accusing him, and I was backing him up. But now I see him doing it in a public forum, and we just had the caller point out that the day those nails were found was the day after we were at the golf tournament out on Long Island. So couldn't have been Bart. Bart was there.
Absolutely not.
I guess my point is, does the alibi hold up here, or is the evidence a little bit circumstantial? It's like, as I said, it's like, if Bart was accused of murder and he had an alibi, but then I witnessed him kill somebody else weeks later, I mean, it's going to make me raise an eyebrow.
Yeah, but you can't connect the two.
I mean,
thank you, Michael.
Circumstantial.
Here's what I want to know, though. I have never clipped my nails outside of my home in my life.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you carry a nail clipper with you?
Yeah, I got tweezers too. So what happens is,
he's got a kit. You have a kit, right? You have a kit.
No, I just got random stuff in my book bag because I travel out of the country in my book bag. So like you'd be having stuff hanging in that I took with me to be a part of my carry-on.
But like, when are you traveling out of the country? Over the weekend, and I missed it? Were you in the Bahamas?
Well, I was in London.
Well, that's true. That's a few weeks
ago.
Yeah,
but I mean, do nails grow like at a higher rate on transatlantic flights?
Well, I'm just very healthy, so my nails grow really fast.
You're very healthy, so your nails grow fast.
You know what? I used to always hear that your nails grow after you're dead. So if you open up a coffin, it's all like. But then I found out it's not true. It's just that your skin shrinks, so the nails that are there just look longer.
Oh.
So also,
how's that for pick me up?
You really went for a deep dive on this one, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm a big death guy.
Were you worried about your own vanity and death? Like, somebody's going to have to dig me up and clip my nails. I'm sorry.
I'm obsessed with death. So
I know, and I'm sorry that you are, because I don't feel like that's a good thing.
But no, it's an awful thing to live like that.
But also, looking at your nail bed is a great indication about what your health is. You got spots, or you got splits, or lines, or dark lines in your nails. You might need to go to the doctor.
So let me ask you this. You're obsessed with death. Joe Fortenbaugh.
Yeah.
He is a guy that his number one thing is not wasting any time. He hates wasting time. And he's got a whiteboard in his house that counts down the days until he turns 70. And it's not a death clock, but it's I can do anything I want until I turn 70 when I'm working or whatever like that. So is it to that level? Do you have a mental death clock in your head, like I've got this much time?
No, because I don't know how much time I have, but I'm constantly doing math because my kids are so young.
Right.
So when they're 30, am I going to be alive? The odds are no.
Well, what's the family history there?
There's some, we have some length.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I meant family history in terms of life, not anything else.
Got it, both.
Yeah. You have anybody living in their 90s?
No, my mom lived into her 80s. My dad, was a heavy smoker, so he had emphysema. He lived into his 70s.
Okay.
Late 70s, but who knows?
Okay, well, like my in-laws, I know are going to live into their 90s.
How do you know that?
Because their entire family has lived into their 90s.
So your wife's in good shape?
My wife's fine, yeah. My wife's counting. She's got the whiteboard counting down the days till I'm gone. And are we going to have enough money left?
That you do that? I did something the other day I never thought I'd do. I called up SAG-AFTRA about my pension.
Yeah.
I go, what has happened? Well, I never even thought about a pension.
Yeah.
But now you have to think about stuff like that.
Well, now you're probably like fully vested in your pension and all that, and you're going to get that money. And you're like, can I start getting that now?
No, but they say you should wait. The longer you wait, the more you get.
Yeah.
And then it does go to Jody, but it doesn't go to the kids.
Why not?
No, because they said it would bankrupt the system.
That's a screw job right there.
Well, yeah, everything is. Life is.
Well, with all the benefits we get from after.
Well, that's how the Rockefellers did it. They just did life insurance over life insurance over. Everybody get life insurance. You cash in, keep it in the pot.
I mean, if I had a nickel for every time that they've been banging down the door, every time I've gotten screwed professionally, after's right there behind you. Pretty much you're screwed. Can't help you.
Yeah, and there's really nothing they can do if people let you go and you're out of a job.
I found that out. Yeah.
I'll tell you a quick story. So Jody and I, this was about 3-4 years ago, we went to do the old will, estate planning.
That's always fun.
So I'm sitting there and I'm going, I want this in the document. No one ever pulls the plug, ever.
Really?
Ever. So the guy goes, okay. So we come back like 3 weeks later when it's done, and I'm looking through. I said, you didn't put that in there. And he laughed. He goes, oh, I thought you were kidding. And Jody goes, oh, no, he's not kidding.
He's not kidding.
He's not kidding. And he goes, well, why would you want that? I said, first of all, it's none of your business. Second of all, why would I pull the plug when they could find the disease cure the next day?
You have no idea what science can do.
Absolutely. The next day.
Yes.
Yeah, so and Jody, the guy said, well, it could bankrupt you. I said, I work for it.
Right. Wouldn't that be something? If the next day after they pulled the plug on Michael, good news! You're going to live forever. We've got the cure for everything.
So my boss at Yes came in one day into the booth and said, he was reading a story that within 10 years, you'll love this, Bart, that the expected life expectancy could go to 150.
Wow.
Because of, like,
stem cells?
Whatever. I don't know what it is, but, the people are healthier and there's cures for everything. And I just looked up without even skipping a beat. I said, boy, is Rucco going to be pissed.
That man is next. The Michael K. Show on the way on ESPN New York.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com.